Oh my God, 28.
Hey! What's up?
It's another episode.
Yes, it's giving another episode in a new season, okay?
Yeah.
We got a guest, y'all. We told y'all.
Yes. Okay, we're back to having guests. We're working out our schedule. I'm going to need y'all to be patient with us.
Okay. When we go say we're going to do it, we just don't know when you're going to do it.
That's why we don't waste no time giving y'all dates that don't exist. Smart. We just going to pop up on y'all with what we said we was going to do.
You don't want to give out false promises. I get it.
And that's what we did.
So, welcome to Soul Palate. I am Kapri.
I am Dee.
And we're here, two black women, talking about spirits, tasting spirits, normalizing our palate, normalizing a palate that's not centered in the Eurocentric mindset. And then we're also talking about all the things world, all the things bar industry, all the things within ourselves. Like, we're just
normalizing the black and brown palate, normalizing the black and brown experience across the board, period. And tying the two together. And then we've got a beautiful black and brown guest today.
Yes.
Miss Monniquer Peacock.
Yes.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm excited to be here at Soul Palate.
Yes! I'm keeping that as a draw.
That is so amazing.
I am definitely keeping that as a draw.
Hard eyes. If I could put hard eyes on, that just happened.
Yes.
Yes.
First of all, I never seen you so ready for it.
I'm so animated, so this is me in the house.
So just as a little tidbit of background information for y'all, Mo actually recorded with us already for Soul Palate.
It's true.
For season 1.
Yes.
But technical difficulties happened.
Yes.
And so we had an issue getting that episode out, so we were very happy to do this the right way this time.
Absolutely.
And yes, like that time we were tasting gin, so we're back to gin.
Gin for the win.
Definitely not the same gin as that first time around, and not the same gin as we've already probably tasted through in previous episodes. We got a whole new lineup. So yeah, we've got some different lineups from different parts of the states and different parts of the globe. So
this is great.
That's great.
Yes, I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Well, y'all know me. Gin is one of my, probably right now, my favorite spirit that I am drinking. So this is super exciting. So Mo, of course you know, but when you're on Soul Palate, when you are tasting and sipping, when you smell, say whatever comes to your mind. When you're tasting, say whatever comes to your mind. Because that's how we are normalizing black and brown palates. You know what I'm saying?
I say whatever.
Period.
Say whatever.
Say whatever. Whatever it reminds you of. So first we sip, baby.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's do our first sip.
So it's going to start from here and then you're going to go this way.
Left to right. Oh, is it?
So technically, it's our audience's left to right. It's our right to left. We go in the order of the bottles.
Yes.
And so we start from our right.
All right.
And so this first one is actually a new one that we got in at Steelbox. Yes, clink clank. Oh God, no, that was not. That was a little bit better. It's the type of glasses. Y'all know we real picky about our clink clank. We are so picky about our clink clank.
I don't know why.
So, because the clink matters.
It does.
The clink matters. It is a vibe setter.
Yeah, that's true.
And so, yes. So this is a Denver dry gin from Mile High Distilling.
Okay.
Obviously, Denver, Colorado. This is a London style gin, which just means it's going to be more juniper forward. That's really the basis of it.
Yes.
But it's almost like very earthy though. Like I feel like I can smell Colorado. I don't know what Colorado smells like, but I can feel like it smells like they got the water from the mountain, like the iceberg or something.
I was going to say that might have a lot to do with the water.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they're locally sourcing. Let me see. In terms of botanicals in this one, they've got juniper berries, coriander, citrus, and grains of paradise. I don't even know what grains of paradise is.
I feel like
what grains is it comprised of?
Yeah, we need to Google that because I feel like I should
The grains of paradise.
We're doing it right now.
Yeah, because like
It's interesting.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Another cool feature about this one though, y'all, is that it's distilled in a glass still. So I don't hear people talk about distilling in a glass still too often.
Was that in our WSET
But
book?
definitely not. We just talked about that. So I was like, well, they ain't mentioned nothing about no glass in this damn WSET book, so it must not be common practice. Seeing that we're the guinea pigs with this first round of textbooks. I won't be surprised if the next release it mentions glass stills in it, because I'm pretty sure that's not a common thing at this point.
And so that's really cool. I actually want to see that. But Grape Paradise, y'all. So it's also called Afromomum meligueta.
Interesting.
They're seeds that are used in West Africa as a remedy for a variety of ailments.
It's always coming from the motherland. Okay.
It's a species in the ginger family.
Okay.
And closely related to cardamom.
Now I got
its seeds are used as a spice and imparts a pungent black pepper-like flavor that hints of citrus.
Ooh,
I'm glad we looked that up.
Order that.
I'm so glad we looked that up. Okay.
Because it's definitely giving that black pepper. But all kinds of pepper here for me.
It's a lot of. I was gonna say it's pink peppercorn, it's black peppercorn. Yeah. It could give white pepper.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to tasting this because I feel like it's so smooth on the nose. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna pop on the tongue.
I definitely get the citrus, but it's more like citrus peel. It's like
bergamot for me.
And bergamot is that's a fruit too, right?
I think it's like.
That's not the
I always got bergamot because there's this new thing called Italicus, which is a bergamot liqueur, and we have it at the park. We've been using a lot of it.
Okay, this is type of citrus.
It's an orange.
Bergamot.
Okay, yeah, I was right. Okay, I didn't know it was citrus, and I knew it was like bumpy on the outside, but it looks like a lime, so it almost gives like lime orange crossbreed.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you really what, the citrus is
like a grapefruit almost. Like it's not
peppery citrus. Yeah, that's why I didn't even specify a particular citrus because it's just all there.
There is so much going on the nose here.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
It's like sweet. So I'm tasting. I don't know. I taste some type of sugar.
Almost like a. Like it's not like. It's not like syrup sweet. It's
no. It's something.
You ever had like
everything it gives on the nose does not come through on the palate at all. It's very dry. You ever had what?
It was like you ever had like sap from a plant, like a what can I say? What's that? Almost like a sweet. What is it? Like sweet plant, like where you can taste the. So like agave, like you ever
is it like the middle like of a aloe or something?
Yeah, but just imagine if the aloe was sweet.
Okay. But it's giving kind of like like a plant's like nectar.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. That pepper's in here though.
It is. It definitely is. But I like it.
I'm definitely not mad at it. I wish I would have brought that Summit gin and compare it to that other gin from Mile High, because now I can't remember what the other one was.
But the finish is short.
It's short and it's like almost
astringent.
Astringent, yeah. Acetone, like.
Yeah. I was about to say that.
That's where the chemicals show up.
Does it finish off too?
I might actually let this sit with a little squash just to see what it gives once I go back to it.
Actually, I might put some water in mine too.
Yeah,
take a little squash can here just to see.
Thank you.
Of course.
Let me get a let drop.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. So, Mo, for our watchers who don't know you already, because we do have a lot of listeners and watchers who do know you already.
Yes.
But for those who don't, because we are finally expanding our audience.
Give
us a little rundown about yourself, about just your career, what got you in hospitality in the first place, what kept you here. Just give us that.
Okay, so I started in the hospitality industry in 2016. First of all, my name is Monniquer Peacock. I operate a mobile bartending service called Topshelf Peacock. You can also find me on Instagram at Topshelf Peacock or Facebook. I started in 2016. I always knew I loved making cocktails in the house, and I met somebody at church, and they were like, "Hey, you want to bartend with me?" And I was like, "Sure." And their mom, did their mobile bartending service, and I was like, "Okay, I'll do it with them." And then after that, I think it was one job where I didn't have like a certification or something, so I couldn't do it. And I was like, "Fuck that, I'm going to get my certification."
Okay.
So I went and I got tip certified, and then after that, I got opportunity to work at an actual bar, and I worked at a bowling alley for about a year and a half, and they had their own bar. And then after that, me and my boss got into it. I left, but I was still in the process of all of that. I was still contracting myself out. So that just gave me the fuel that I needed to just contract myself out. And then I tried to do other stuff, like as far as brand work with other bars and brands, but that didn't really work out. And then I met, lovely people like you guys, and I did Chocolate Z's Best, and I placed the top 3. And then also I won DC's for Black Restaurant Week, and went to regionals, and and I've gotten more brand work and more exposure. So here I am.
Yes, I love that.
Now this is where I'm at.
Child, I've gotten into it with many bosses.
Oh my God,
girl, man, getting into it with management is like
I want to call it stressful. It is stressful, but I learned very quickly throughout my journey from bar to bar that it is not worth it to go back and forth with these fucking managers.
Nice.
I have one toss up with a manager. For me, I'm already looking for my exit. I'm
already out.
I'm looking for a way to gracefully end it because I just don't have the bandwidth to even do all that. Especially when I feel like in the depths of my soul that you are just not qualified to do what you're doing.
Right?
Oh yeah, most of the time that's how it always is.
It's always that way, and it's like, why am I going to argue with you? You're not even qualified to do what the fuck you're doing.
That's sometimes it's always
I'm just going to move on because clearly I'm more equipped to do this than you, and I don't have time to answer to you when you're just operating off a power trip. If you're somebody who's open to learning your position and getting feedback and therefore becoming a better boss and a better leader, that's different.
Right.
I can work with a motherfucker who clearly wants to be a boss and just is figuring their way out through it. Been there, done that 20,000 times.
Right.
So I know how to fumble my way through some shit, but I'm not about to sit there and be on no power trip and treat people like shit and act like everyone is the issue but me, which happens a lot behind the bar.
And I think that's one of the reasons why I kind of was just like, fuck this, I'm gonna just do this shit myself.
You know what? And the thing I'm glad that you're here to even talk about that because me and Kapri have had conversations off the podcast just in general about a lot of black women kind of not necessarily wanting to, but feel like they have to kind of bypass going through the bar industry per se to pursue that desire to bartend. And a lot of black women, period, have just started their own businesses in the bar space because it's out of it being easier to maintain, being easier to deal with relationships that way, just not having that kind of overarching dark cloud of the reality of management and microaggressions and all the things that come along with it. What was the thing for you, or there could be multiple things that made you make that decision to I'm just gonna do this for myself?
Plenty of reasons. One, I kind of suck at rules.
Fair.
Two, the lack of creative allowed me to be creative. If I'm not allowed to be creative, I don't really want to be there.
Yeah.
Sometimes
was it just a lack of encouragement from the bar directors or whatever, just them not encouraging you in terms of creating your own cocktails or contributing to the menu? Where do you feel like your creativity was being stifled?
A little bit, yeah. Sometimes they wanted me to stay strictly to the menu.
Okay.
But people didn't want what was on
the menu. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So discouraging you from going off the menu when the customers requesting.
And I'm making money going off of the menu.
Right.
Okay.
I created an environment. I remember when I was working at a bar, when I was working in the bowling alley, I made Thursday, during the week, I made a Thursday pop and a Tuesday pop. Those days that they weren't expecting to make any money, their money making days were Saturday.
Right.
I made theirs Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday pop.
Yeah, that's real.
And they discouraged that. Because you weren't sticking to the menu.
One of my other managers,
okay,
I still
somebody
love her.
on a power trip.
Yeah,
okay.
She kind of was the overseer, was a director, and then the other bar manager. But she would definitely, be discouraging. And then also working with other women, I think also sometimes they can be malicious. There would be times where they said that I didn't clean up. They would lie and say that, and I cleaned up. I wiped down. My customers was yeah, I saw her clean up. You know what I'm saying? It would be that stuff like that, or it would just be oh, well, she didn't do this, she didn't do that, or she didn't clean the tops off. It's still sticky.
I think that's so huge about also being a black woman in almost any space, right? Being a black woman in almost any space, there's constantly the microaggressions. There's constantly people that have to just say weird nitpicky shit about
somebody
you.
Looking to discredit you in some type of way.
For no fucking reason. And that gets fucking tiring.
Oh my God.
It gets tiring, and it's just like, I don't need to do this. I don't need to deal with this. I think that's why you see that black women are, the number one for being entrepreneurs in general. Mm-hmm. Because it's just like, I don't have to deal with
it's a lot to try to navigate
workspace.
Dealing with, having to answer to these people who, like, look at you as less than, who look at you as less qualified, less intelligent, less, like,
everything.
Like you had to jump through some sort of hoops to get there.
And then or notice that you're actually not less, but still treat you that way.
And then
they want you to feel like you're less.
Exactly. And then what makes it even worse is that when we decide to do things on our own, or we are doing our thing on our own while still being loyal to that particular bar, we're setting our own prices and sometimes making more money doing our own thing than we are working under somebody.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's real.
And we literally sometimes, like especially people of color and women, we are literally just being loyal to you because we actually like what we do.
Because we like what we do. And that was, I had to realize that super early. Like, that's why anytime I've worked behind the bar, I've always had multiple jobs. Yeah. Because I learned very quickly that I needed that freedom I had to just put my hands up and walk the fuck out. I need you to know I'm not dependent on this little check. You got me fucked up.
Exactly. Period.
Like, I need you to know.
Exactly.
You're not paying all of my bills here.
Seriously.
Right. And so you're not going to treat me like I'm indebted to you somehow for having this job. Like, it's a mutual exchange.
Exactly.
Period. And the only thing you're really giving me is a paycheck.
Period.
And even then, you're not taking care of my entire household with this paycheck. Yeah. Like, I'm still working for fucking what feels like pennies.
Exactly.
Because again, $15 an hour is not gonna
cut
cut
it. This is hair and nail money. That's how you
like
look
shit. Like, you're paying for the hair, you're paying for the nails. And sometimes you're not even paying for the hair.
About the upkeep we have to keep as women behind the bar. Like, people,
exactly.
That stuff is real.
Absolutely.
That stuff is real.
You need to be fucking attractive behind that bar to somebody. It don't gotta be for everybody, but you gotta be attractive to somebody behind that motherfucker as a woman. Like,
if you ain't come to the bar and pay for my nails, they ain't gonna get done. So you get the natural.
That's why I've been thinking about getting the habit of wearing makeup behind the bar. I only did that at STK, and that's because the vibe definitely called for it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the money was worth it. Like, there was all types of ages and creeds of people that came through STK. And the one thing that all the men had in common is they were fucking pervs, and they like to sit at the bar and flirt.
Oh, yeah.
And so that was definitely a quick way to make a coin. And they motherfuckers love tequila. You get a couple shots of tequila.
Oh, my God.
And give them a little...
What? And they always have a beer on the side. And they always have a beer on the side.
Girl.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
Yes. Men don't gotta worry about that shit. They can have their beard scruffy, unbrushed, unkept. Their motherfucking mustache could be crooked. It don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter.
However they want.
And hair could be oily. It's just
anything.
It's amazing what men get away with as opposed to women.
Yes.
Oh my God, it'd be the memes where it's like, this the guy that be wanting 10s out of 10s and Barbies, and for you to be, and it be some
looking like academics,
like just nasty, just looking ugly,
looking like a whole dweeb out here. Like, it's giving perpetually rejected in high school. Now you come out of fucking high school 110.
I talk about a woman needs to have this, and this. What is you giving? What is you giving?
Get you one little Twitch account. Get you one little microphone with an opinion about all the bitches who hurt your feelings in high school.
I just can't entertain them anymore. I just can't do it.
That's for real, honey.
I just ignore them because
it's too much.
You can't
give it no energy. You can't give it no fucking energy.
At all.
That's exactly what they thrive off of.
Oh my God. They like it because they ain't never get no attention. So they down as you. Oh, no.
I saw something the other day.
You ain't giving them no attention. So when you ain't giving them no attention, you know what I'm saying?
They're constantly seeking for ways to get it.
So now you got it. Like, they got time. They done made time to fuck with you. So now they got time to keep going back and forth with you. I ain't got time for that shit.
Child, I don't either. But listen to this. We talking about, how men be talking about us or whatever. Here we go.
Says, I got a good job. I make very, very good money. And she says, the only thing I need now is a man. It's like, yo. Like, who wants you?
What?
You're right. Like, once you have
Wait a minute now.
These things, you have unfortunately disqualified yourself.
Ooh, shit.
And what it is these, because this is the thing. I'm like, the women are gonna hate him for that shit.
Absolutely, you're right.
I'm not gonna hate him. I'm just judging him.
Number one.
And then, of course, consciously goes in on him after that.
I love him.
Now, wait a motherfucking
amazing.
minute. It is Women's History Month. Wait a
I've been doing this
motherfucking
all
minute.
year, yo. That's why I had to take a break. And that's another reason why I had to take a break from social media. Because one guy, it was this girl, she posted something and she was like, yeah, I was in LA and she couldn't find no men. So she moved down south and now she's married. And so this man retweeted her and was like, yeah, because men have lower standards in down south. And I was like, because she's more on the heavier side and a man found her, that man has lower standards.
Wow.
Like, I was about to go in on him, like, you know what I'm saying? Because first of all, like you said, they be looking fucking crazy.
Looking crazy
Like,
as hell.
crusty in
Nobody
space.
on that video that y'all just heard was attractive.
No.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, yo, like, how
They
do you
were
say
not.
that? Like, how insecure are you? Who raised you? Those are the men who have been conditioned to see their mothers work to the bone. They've been conditioned to watch their mother be abused or mistreated. They've been conditioned to, like,
They've
all
been
types of
conditioned
things.
to value subservient women who lack ambition.
Who lacking
They've
anything
been
obvious from that video.
Because they don't want a woman with any ambition.
Child, you look 35. What woman? Where are you going for what to get where? Go ahead.
It's
If
And if you want a woman in your
children.
age group at that age, your big age, if you want a woman at that fucking big age who don't have shit going for themselves, no ambition, no career goals, or no
you
career
want
that
her
they're
around you
pursuing
all
or
the
whatever,
time.
basically you're getting her secondhand because she's already been married to somebody who's taking care of her. She's looking for the next person to take care of her because it sounds like you want a bitch to take care of, but then you're also not going to respect that bitch. So really you want a bitch that you don't have to respect because you're going to hold the power dynamic because you want to be the primary
Yeah,
provider.
it's like ego tripping.
You don't want a
They be ego
partner.
tripping.
You want somebody who's going to stroke your very fragile, very small
It's
ego
the-
that equates to the size of your dick, I'm sure.
Pretty much.
Like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's the masculine fragility.
They be ego
for me.
tripping. They be ego
Like
tripping.
you just
Super
said,
fragile.
if she has all these accomplishments, that no.
What are
one's
you
gonna-
good for? Who are they? Who, like, why would they want you? How would
Oh
you
my
disqualify
God.
yourself as an accomplished woman who is prepared to enter a full-on partnership?
Most of them don't even know how to be partners.
Exactly.
Woo,
And so
I
really
said
the
the
issue
other
was
hand
they're
about
not
that
willing
this
to step up to the plate and be an actual partner and show up not just financially but emotionally equipped to be a partner to somebody. You're going to have to deal with somebody who is probably going to want you to be equally as much of a parent if you both are interested in having kids. They're probably
There's
not
just, like,
going to want
huge-
to just stay home, but even if they do,
so much work to do, and it's like if you're not willing to do any of this work to us to be together, it's not happening. And these niggas ain't here to do
No, it's not.
work.
It's not.
What are
It's
we
very
doing?
ghetto out here.
None.
ghetto.
Like they are stuck in middle school. Like I can't even say high school because I had better relationships in high school. These niggas are stuck in middle school. The mindset of how we're supposed to act around them, how they supposed to act around their boys with being with somebody, how they supposed to act in these streets, and actually not even just the men, bitch, because some shit's been happening. But still, like it's just like I just like people in their relationships. It's disrespectful out here. It really is. And I'm a bitch that wants a lot. I want a lot of partners. I want to do this, but you know what I do? I'm very honest about having multiple
it's about
partners.
honesty. It's about respect,
you know what I'm
communication,
saying?
transparency, that whole thing.
And all of them we communicate. I tell them what I want.
And you can either go with it or not.
And I ask them what they would like also. And then we either compromise or we don't. But like at the end of the day, like
You have a choice.
it's communication. And I, especially when I feel you like being different or something, I bring that shit up. Like I'm really big on like, let's talk this
Addressing
through.
it in the moment.
But
And most of
it's
them don't.
pushed so many people away.
Yeah, because
you
they
know?
don't have communication skills.
Child.
Oh, what's the word? Because I struggled with this at one point in time. I did not have great conflict resolution skills. So when somebody asked me questions, I always took that as an attack sometimes.
Me too.
Or if
Me too.
somebody, decided they were telling me something or trying to give me some type of advice on something and talking, I felt like they were talking at me. So now
I definitely struggle with
I
that a
have
lot.
to sometimes sit and process things depending on who that person is, what they're trying to tell me, and that's all take time. It took a year.
Oh, hell yeah.
Months,
To think about who the messenger is for starters, get past potentially the tone of the message, you get to the message, is this message relevant to me?
Yes.
And I'm just turned off by how they communicated it.
Oh yeah.
Like I definitely have this.
It's a
I'm
lot
still
of
having
stuff.
this conversation.
I
with
used to
myself all the
get
time.
just defensive about it because it would be like,
Yeah.
oh, they see me, they see my flaws, they see like what's
Yeah.
wrong. I
Oh
already
my
know what's
God,
wrong.
yes.
Like, why the fuck are they telling me what's wrong? Like, I already know.
Like, I don't know
you
already.
like
Yeah.
and then it would be like, then I would
Yeah.
lash
Because
out.
then it starts to feel like they're piling on to what you already know.
No,
Right.
Or,
Yeah.
or I feel
That's
like
why
I
I
gotta constantly apologize.
That was definitely one of the biggest
Yeah.
reasons why I was just, I don't need to talk to people. I can be
Yeah.
alone. Like,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I was just like, I don't need you. Also, like, I'm already in my head about everything.
See,
I need
I
to
don't need you psychoanalyzing my shit. I psychoanalyze my shit enough.
Right.
Oh, thank you
No.
so
I
much.
need you to either listen to me while I get it all out.
Just that's it. That's it.
I needed to cry right quick and cry
Let
and
me
do
get
what
it
I
out.
I'm
And
still
that's
a
it.
gangster, so don't get it twisted.
Don't test it. Exactly.
I just need to cry and get it out.
God, I cry all the
Because I
time.
can't
can't
hit
say I'm a
nobody.
gangster.
Exactly. No, literally.
Let's go to the second sip.
Yes.
This is a good conversation.
Yes.
Because, okay, after this, I actually kind of want to bring up the video that I sent you too.
Ooh, okay.
What's this?
So our second sip. So I say global. Technically this is, but technically it's not. So this distillery that this is from, this is an Astobiza gin, a dry gin, and so the reason that it's called Astobiza is because a good chunk of the botanicals that are in this gin, because the distillery itself is based in Connecticut, but the botanicals in this gin are exclusive to Astobiza estate in Spain.
Okay.
So that's why there's like Spanish and stuff all on the label,
Okay.
which y'all will see from our little video. You know, I always give y'all a little pan across our bottles. So we've got botanicals from Astobiza estate in Spain, wild juniper berries from the valley, Ayala Valley.
That's pretty.
Ayala, it's very pretty. And citrus fruits from lunar lemon trees and lemon trees from 4 seasons of the peninsula north coast.
Ooh.
And after all those botanicals, they also add strawberries and tacoli.
Chocolate.
Is it chocolate? It's TXAKOLI. So if any of y'all have the phonetic pronunciation of this, feel free to put it in the comments.
Yes, 'cause I would like to know.
Yes. So that's what this gin is comprised
I smell
of.
corn.
Actually, yeah.
I smell corn, like corn liquor.
Husk corn.
Yeah.
Corn liquor. That's what it, like, you know, some North Kakalaka.
Corn liquor.
Corn liquor.
Chocolate.
Chocolate, that's how you pronounce it?
It's a type of wine.
Ooh.
Oh.
Almost
So it's
like baju, almost.
Because it's a Spanish wine.
It's typically a white wine made with Honduras Zuri grapes.
Mm. Okay, what's
I
that like
don't
baju?
really know. It
I
is
can
Spanish.
definitely-
It is Spanish. It is something Spanish.
Okay. So there's a lot
I
of
was like,
Spain
I feel like I've
happening.
seen that word before. That's why I said chocolate. There is no other way that I would have known to say chocolate. No other way. Like,
Yeah, because the spelling is very interesting.
Didn't know. Spain's refreshing, effervescent, hard to pronounce.
It's not a citrus, but I don't smell any strawberry. Maybe it's gonna come out on
I get the strawberry actually.
It's a little bit of red
giving
berries.
like it's not giving like freshly ripe strawberries.
No.
It's not super ripe at all.
I probably shouldn't do this, but
It's,
No, you should.
you absolutely should.
I like to taste it first because I want to give it like a
Yeah, I taste it before I add water
Yeah.
for the most part, unless it's whiskey. Sometimes I'll do my water first.
It's
Okay, I
kind
can
of like
smell.
strawberry jam.
Yes.
preservatives.
Yes, preserves.
Yeah.
Not really jammy. Yeah, preserves.
Yeah, that's what it's getting.
Yeah, because it's not
Once I added
super
the water
sweet, but
to
the
it,
strawberry's there. That's why I'm saying it's not giving like ripe strawberry.
I mean, if you don't get it, you don't get it. 'cause
I get
sometimes don't
raspberry
be
too,
getting it.
actually.
I think it's a red berry bouquet.
I like that red berry bouquet.
Alright, I'm gonna taste it.
Alright,
I definitely get some floral notes too, and almost like weedy.
Yeah.
Definitely weedy, but also maybe some white chocolate. Like when I think of the berries, I think of like white chocolate. Which
Maybe that's the white I'm
macadamia
getting,
nuts.
because I am getting
Oh,
white.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. You know what? She's the first to mention macadamia nuts.
That's true.
Of all the nuts.
Full
All I can think of
nuts.
is that's like the black people cookie, macadamia nut.
That's the only one that I would really eat.
I was gonna say that my mother's the only person
Oh my
I know in my
God.
life that eats macadamia
My mom
nuts.
does too.
Because she
That
don't
and
eat
butter
chocolate.
pecan ice cream.
Her too. She put me on a butter pecan ice cream,
Did
especially
you know there's like a
ice
history
cream
fact
food.
behind it?
Is it?
Yeah, like so apparently butter pecan, like apparently like black people weren't allowed to have like vanilla or like
Shit, I don't want your damn vanilla in
chocolate. So they were
Got butter
creams.
pecan.
So they
Actually,
had,
I think I heard something.
yeah,
like
like it's something like as far as like
That's that bullshit. Butter pecan is actually good.
it is. So they had to do that. They were served that only,
And with a classic Dr. Pepper, this shit used to hit.
I mean, honestly, you can tell like the trends or the stereotypes of what black people like have.
It's what was hoisted onto us.
It's
like
always because they had no other choice.
And then you stereotype. But then you stereotype us with it, like,
and then you get mad that we're enjoying what
like watermelon was our cash crop, but then y'all sit there and make it a stereotype that black people only like watermelon.
The little specks where we could find so that we could thrive.
God, yeah,
just always trying to make it. They're like those motherfuckers.
Like, that's what they into.
They crabbing. They crabbing. You know, it's almost like, you know what? We watched them. We gave them a little, and they made it like it's like shit.
I can see this white chocolate in here too, actually.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? That's
interesting.
That's fun.
Yeah,
this is very interesting. It's definitely not giving your typical.
Oh, you
gin.
ever smelled like what's that? That mint chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow,
that's interesting. That's funky.
It's giving funky.
Also a little fruity,
similar like a rum alcohol, but it's giving fruity. But like, sorry about that. Mm-hmm. It's giving fruity, but like a fruity candy or a fruity like not fruit itself.
Right.
You ever had
like fruit concentrated into something?
You ever had like a flat Sprite remix?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh,
you know legit though.
And this is so Palate.
Are you okay? Because that's so real.
Because I would not
have out on my dresser. Yep.
That joint you try to drink after like the night you forget that it was out and then it's flat by that point because it's hot.
Got it in your book bag.
Or the book bag. Oh my god. Or the book bag.
Like,
woo, I'm good for leaving something in my motherfucking book bag, child. Child. It's bad.
Yes, but we can't put that in WSCT words. So yes,
that's why we have Soul Palate.
That's why Soul Palate exists.
So, but yes, this is like
it's giving flat Sprite remix,
yes.
but with some white and pink peppercorn. I'm not getting black per se.
This is good. Also, I actually really like this. I need this in like a soda.
Roses. Like this is like rose water.
Yes, it's like dry flowers.
Yeah.
So yes, rose.
I mean, there's a white flower in there, but they're not white flowers. I'm getting. It's like different types of flowers. Like
that's why I just said dry
flowers.
flowers.
Yeah.
It's definitely good.
Yeah.
This is another one I'm gonna let water sit.
Yeah, this was really good.
Let me play this video because it just for me, it just said a lot about like. My friendships with men too, right?
Oh that video you sent me, yes.
Men are, like our male friends, they're horrible too.
I trust my friends, like I trust you with my life, I trust Ito with my life, I trust Marley, but I have yet to meet a man on a romantic sense that I can trust like y'all. And if you notice it, the way I'm so comfortable around y'all, I don't have any men around me that are not in a platonic capacity, because the way men have had a lens on women that they don't view platonically as opposed to romantic, it's not the same man. No, so the way that, like, Sino, the way that you would treat me and the pedestal that you would treat me and the protection that you have for me is not the same you that you have lended to the woman that you dated. So it's like, it's your friend.
And he could do nothing but laugh.
It's your friend. I can say you're amazing. You're an amazing uncle and this and that, but a woman that you date might have gotten a whole nother side of you.
Oh my God.
The men that I deal with platonically, the love that we share be so much stronger than the romance. And romantically, I don't trust men. Platonically,
I can attest to that.
She hit it on the head.
I used to think that, like, because I used to be, like, I used to get, when I was dating my ex, I used to be, like, jealous or whatever, because I'm like, how the fuck she get all this? She would get, like, he would be talking to his friends, he would give them words of affirmation. Oh, you're smart, you're gorgeous, da-da-da-da-da, like, you're doing all this stuff. Let me do something. Like, they're making the mistakes. She's making some of the same mistakes I'm making, but you're getting all this love. And me, it's like, God damn it, girl, you clumsy, or you this. I'm like, God damn. So I'm watching him do this. I'm like, this motherfucker.
Like, I can see.
You know what I mean? Like, and I didn't know how to, like, and I'm like, am I doing something?
Yeah, like, why does your love language change between how you treat your friends versus how you treat your romantic
partner? And that was just
partner?
awful. And I just had to realize, like, you know what? And I was just like, I can't do this. Like, this, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna kill you or I'm gonna kill myself.
If you treat your friends better than you treat me, that's a problem. You treat your friends better than you treat me, that's a big problem.
A big problem.
That's real. I mean, honestly, I think I suffer from that issue too, though. Like where, I've had exes tell me like, it's always about your friends. I'm like, yeah, 'cause they were here this whole time, bitch. Like, it's
they'll still be here after you.
You're not giving what they're giving. They're giving these conversations. They're giving this, but I think men do it in a way of like, there is a different eyesight when they're like in it with someone, right?
Oh yeah.
Like,
I think there's more of an inclination to feel the need to protect that fragile ego that exists again, because that gets put in the forefront of like the actual like
that
vulnerable piece to themselves, because it's very easy to present ego first, obviously.
It's definitely ego.
I mean, but everything she said, I see it with my dad. Like, I see it with so many men in my life. Like, I mean, you mess with someone, so it's just like I see how I'm treated. I see how I'm treated in front of people that you be with. Like, it was recent. I was with my friend, one of my best friends, and we were out at Reliable. And the girl that he was messing with was like, come on, let's go home. And he was just like talking to me, wasn't listening to her. I was like, she was talking to you. He's like, I know. I said, okay, well.
You gotta acknowledge.
Hey, they don't care. They do not care.
Like, do you need a ride home? I said, y'all go in the opposite direction. And he was like, do you need a ride home? I said, I'm fine. She's ready to go. Like, I'm not going to get slit in the throat for y'all motherfuckers. I love y'all love. Don't get me wrong. But child, y'all really be trying to fuck me. Like, I be
that's because it wanna be you that gotta pay the price for that shit.
I mean,
it's like, so many situations
where I'm
for that bitch.
And I think men need to be more honest. I think also they need to be more honest about how the relationship is with a women that they want to been in relationship with versus the friend.
The friendships.
You know what I mean? And also they need to stop bringing women around that they're not really that serious about.
Yeah.
And
But they do.
They just be bringing, like,
Anybody.
I have an uncle. Before he got serious with this one girl that we all really like, he used to bring so many different women to my grandmother's house. Like, my grandmother was like, what happened to the last one? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then at that point, none of them is important.
Like, and then when we saw the other girl, we saw one other girl before this one twice. And then we was like, damn, what happened to her? And then the other girl, we saw her 3 or 4 times. Like, wait, this shit might be it. This is the real one.
It's rotating after that third or fourth time. It's like, okay.
And and then I was like, you know what? Maybe he just drunk. So I don't know. But he's like that drunk and he just bring. And then let's talk about this. Like, women put up with a lot of the bullshit the fuckery that men do.
Oh my God, for sure.
And you know what I mean? And we gotta stop allowing the fuckery.
Yeah.
We have to stop allowing the fuckery.
If it's like, I finally found like the security, I found this, like, really weigh out the pros and cons. It's okay to be by yourself to find wait to find someone that can be more pros than cons. Yeah. But if they equal or the cons, if they equal, that's too much.
Yeah.
If your cons and pros are like, well, no, I can't. No.
The pros need to outweigh the cons.
No, seriously. I'm trying to date, but it's not really working out for me. But I told my best friend earlier, I was like, yo, I'm like Superman. I had to go to outer space to kind of like re-heal because I just got fucked up at kryptonite. And I'm trying to come back, but I'm not as strong as I once was.
That's real.
So it's like I'm trying to like navigate, and like when I do try to date, it, like I told you my experience with that first date, and I was like, no. And then another date, I had to cancel. And no, he canceled because something happened with work. And then I got booked for a gig yesterday, and I had to cancel our date. And then I never heard anything from him. He was like, "Take care, have a good day." And he like carried it. So
but you can reschedule,
right? But I can't.
But I can't
exactly
for money. And
I just was like, "Ooh, this is very ghetto." And my friend was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah," because if you don't understand my business.
If you can't respect the business, you can't respect the hustle, then what the fuck are we doing?
Period. I don't even want to.
There's nothing to talk about at that point.
That's so big for me. That's so
big.
Huge
Absolutely.
for me. Especially like being in the industry that we are in, right?
Oh
being in the bar world, being in the industry of
constant
spirits.
hustle.
it's a constant hustle, but also right, like you have to have a partner that understands it, or they're just gonna view.
And they have to, they gotta understand your hours. They gotta understand your relationship.
Or they're just like, you just want to drink, you just want to party, you just want to da da da.
No, I had to tell that's why sometimes I have to kind of like bring my friends with me. You know what I mean? And just bring other people, and that's also
and show the world of what we're.
I also like try. That's why I try to do like reels and stuff like that, because I'm like, it's more than which I think it is.
Right.
It's more than us just getting turned up on a Tuesday.
Right.
This is actually like connecting, building connections.
Yeah.
And I work
building
from
community.
A
Oh
ton of relationship building.
So
much.
It's an industry. It's literally an industry. Like there's things that we do.
It just so happens that the foundation of this industry is alcohol,
Spirits.
but
and the thing about it is, you the same motherfuckers who want to drink with us. You the same motherfuckers coming over trying to drink our bottles. You the same motherfuckers asking us for recommendations.
On
the
everything.
Same motherfuckers asking us for food recommendations.
And the same motherfuckers using our establishments as gateways to indulge in other things. So I'm really not trying to hear your bullshit. I'm not working behind the bar. This is no shade to anybody who does, because everybody has their vices and does what they do.
Yeah.
But I am not walking into a bar using that as a catalyst to turn around and go do some coke or go pop a pill or go do something else. But that is something that happens a lot in other industries. Where coming to a bar or indulging in alcohol is that gateway into doing something else.
Oh, wow.
And then that judgment gets put on the bar industry, which there is that segment of people who do indulge, but that's across industries, period. Yeah. Because that's just across people, period.
Right.
Indulge. But that get lawyers, fucking bankers, fucking investment bankers and shit. Like Wall Street is full of debauchery and fuckery and all things.
Our industry as y'all's escape.
But then judge it,
and then judge me for working in your
facilitating your
escape.
Exactly.
Facilitating your escape room. I love it.
Like, come on, bro.
That ass.
Fuck that.
Like, so my host got mad at something. This white man came. He was like in a group. I think they had just came from like some congressional something. And allegories behind a library, like a bookshelf. Yeah. So she comes out. He goes, "Ooh, is that the room that we do heroin in or some shit? Did you just come from doing heroin or something?" And she said the conversation happened so fast that she just like brought him in, sat him down, and then afterwards was like, "I don't even know why I let that motherfucker in." Like, it offended her. Like, bitch, that's not. First off, I'm a black woman. Don't say shit like that to me.
Exactly.
Second off, like, what? Like, why are we?
Like, why would you say that?
After just watching the Batman, I was like,
girl, because the second that you just said that, I was like, oh, they think it's the club inside the club.
They think it's the club inside the club. No. Like, no.
Because they have those clubs
inside the club.
Absolutely.
That's why their clubs are strictly for them.
Right. So, as soon as she said, I was like, they find those secret spots, where it's to find and indulge in all the shit that
they would never talk about publicly.
They can't. And if they had pictures, they would, lose their careers.
Exactly.
Whatever. But, child, that's just crazy. But yeah.
That's wild.
To move on, let's move on to 3, and then let's get into some TV shows that we're watching.
I also added some questions under Would It or Not.
Oh, okay.
I figured that either questions are good for Would It or Not.
Yeah, great.
So,
perfect.
You want to do third sip first, or you want to start questions first?
We can sip.
Let's do a sip, and then let's go. Yeah.
So, we're moving on down the Mississippi Delta, honey.
Okay.
With Wonderbird Gin. So, Wonderbird.
It smells so good.
Oh, my God. So, we've done Wonderbird. Actually, I think... So we've done Wonderbird before the previous episode. I think their standard rice-based gin, so that's what sets Wonderbird apart in general, is they're rice-based.
Okay.
So they, I think they, at least the way they advertise it, is that they do distill kind of sake style. But this one is their number 97 gin, which is the additional botanicals is Magnolia.
Oh.
Okay.
Super sweet on the nose, actually.
It is, but it's like...
That's that rice, though.
When it first hit me, I was like,
Yes.
So I used to make white rice, like leftover white rice with sugar and butter in the morning.
That's what it smells like.
Yes.
That's what it smells like. I fucking love rice with sugar and butter.
Yes.
My grandma used to make it for me that way.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
we are
good.
not even like super southern like that. But she made me
That's not just
cream of
Southern.
wheat,
I thought that was a
sweet shit.
Caribbean thing.
Maybe.
I think it might be a
I
Midwestern thing too. I don't know.
I thought it was a Caribbean thing because that's what they like.
We used to do it when we didn't have grits. That's
Because
what
I
we
did
had
my,
with
like I
rice.
said, did my grits with sugar and butter,
But, you
cream
know,
of
it's
wheat,
crazy.
sugar and butter, rice, sugar
Grits
and
ain't
butter.
nothing
Because
but
Southerners-
grinded up rice.
Yeah, basically.
It's corn, isn't
Right?
it?
I
Is
thought
it
it was
corn?
grinded up corn and rice. What
It was
is
it corn and rice? I think
I
grits
don't
is
know.
corn.
Don't give me the line. I know
Because I
it's
think
I
it's
grain.
thought I
like-
saw
listen.
some online, but you know people be fucking lying.
Yeah, you gotta watch what you see that.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's a Midwestern thing because the South likes their grits with like cheese
And salt and butter.
Yeah, and I
salt.
don't do that.
I don't like. I don't
love
like.
it.
I do not like my grits
I've
savory.
been raised
I don't do
on
cheese,
that.
I
I'm
don't do
corn
pepper.
fed,
Only-
okay? Corn fed.
The only time I'm doing it savory is with shrimp or seafood.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, there's got to be some
That's
sort
it.
of sauce
What?
going
Or
on
some
there.
hash.
Yeah.
Some corned beef hash.
I
Oh
used to
my
eat corned
God.
beef hash. It's been
Ooh,
so long
I
since
haven't
I've had
had
it.
corned beef.
My grandma
makes
still
it.
eats it. I
My
was gonna say-
grandma, the only time I really eat it is if my grandma makes it.
My
Or
grandma
I-
makes
if-
good
Sometimes I'll indulge in it. Like it was this place called Front Page in Arlington. They
Yeah.
used to make
Was
it,
that
and then
Front page?
it was in Crystal City.
Okay.
And
Was it
also-
two front pages?
Yeah,
It's
there
like
was.
DuPont.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
know the DuPont one. Okay, got it.
So
got
we
it,
used
got
to
it.
go there for brunch or whatever, and it was like inside the Discovery Channel, like museum or whatever museum that is. And but their hash was amazing. And when I'm one of those people, I like home, like warm home, like home cooked meals and stuff like that. So if I see something on the on the menu that has like meatloaf or hash, I'm like anxious to try it because if you got that on your menu, that means you specialize in that. You like that. You make it really good.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
Okay.
like at the Gatsby, I had their meatloaf and it was like,
It was good.
Oh,
With
I'm
the
sorry.
mashed
I
potatoes.
can't smell anything past rice, butter, and sugar.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. And a little
Yeah.
white pepper.
Yeah, yeah.
I smell
I get
a
the
little
floral
bit.
notes too, though. It's
Yeah.
not as it's
I
not
smell
as
grassy. It's more
forefront.
grassy for me.
Okay, I see grass for sure. Like
And I smell like
Grass
something a
and
little
soil.
green. Ooh,
Yeah.
soil for sure.
Because
I
it's
guess
got
like rice
minerality
plants.
to it.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's giving rice plant.
Yeah, and I can smell a little bit.
I
of
just like when you
apricot.
said grass and soil, I just thought about the like rice fields,
Hey, man.
which I've never been to. I've never smelled
Me
before. But
neither.
it just made me think about that. Here we go. I personally like rice based spirits and
Yeah.
drinks and stuff. So this is fun for me. Oh, what the fuck up?
Very different on the palate.
Why is it giving shellfish stock though? Did anybody else get that? It's like
It's giving
Really?
armpit for me.
That's so deep.
What?
it was like lobster
yeah.
tail.
That was like, that's really deep.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
Let me trace it again because at first
I will say,
initial,
the first sip is definitely aggressive.
like as soon as it hit my tongue, I was like, what?
I'm getting like, I
I'm
don't
gonna try
even
this
know what
again.
to call this. Yeah, let me sip my
Oh
water.
God, that was not great.
Child, I ain't get armpit, thank God, but oh no.
It's something. It's weirdly
it's
for me shellfishy. Like sucking on that crab leg. I don't know why.
Yes, bitch. Okay.
You
Now,
know
when
what
you
I'm
say
saying?
sucking on a crab leg, I can relate.
Okay.
Because it's giving me those spices around it.
Yeah,
It's not
right.
necessarily giving me like,
It's not old
it's not
bay
giving me
per
the wharf.
se.
Yeah, it's not giving a wharf. But I can see
Like it was in muddy.
how you're getting like
You ever
sucking
had,
on
like,
a
a-
crab leg without all the seasoning.
Yes,
You ever
exactly.
had crawfish raw, like straight?
Ooh,
like,
no.
Like it's a.
I've only tried
like,
crawfish one time. That was in Louisiana, and I would probably never have
Yeah,
it
like
again.
at the wharf.
I didn't like it.
Oh, rest in peace, Captain, whatever their name is. But at the wharf, they used to have.
Oh, I forgot the name of it. I know what you're talking
But at the wharf.
I was like, she didn't remember
And so they used to have like where you could try kind of steamed, kind of raw, like fresh out the water.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Oh.
so
I never did
I've
that.
had
Okay.
crawfish like fresh out the mud, like
Oh,
cleaned
wow.
a little, and that's kind of what it
Okay.
tastes like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's giving
So it's
wharf.
kind of giving,
Yeah.
It's giving a wharf.
giving
Yeah.
weird water.
Like-
Minus
yeah.
the Old Bay.
Yes,
Right.
minus the obey. So
Minus
it's very
Old Bay.
like
That's so crazy.
earthy, maybe mud. Like have you ever had mud or something with mud in it, like clay? That's
Like I said,
The
tasting
dirt.
stuff like clay. Like,
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
More of the floral notes on the nose than on the palate.
Absolutely.
Now I cannot get past that crab leg.
Now you gotta go to the crab legs.
And this is so palate.
Now we need some.
Yeah.
That needs to be a real bite. So
That is going to be a real bad song.
You gotta see if you got a.
Oh my god. That's so
You
good.
got copyright that.
Nothing's coming out of your mouth. We ain't stealing
we
it
ain't
from nobody.
copyrighted, but we copyright our name. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, do that.
But oh my god.
wow.
I can't get past. Okay, Wonderbird. So it's giving
This
Wharf.
is cool.
Yes, it's giving.
It's giving Wharf.
This is really cool.
Fresh
I
off
could
the boat water.
I could drink this with some tonic with my seafood bowl.
With my seafood bowl. Yes, with a little Scotia lime.
Because that's what when I do. So when it's me, Greg, Regina, Dakota, who I went to brunch with last week, for his birthday, for Dakota's birthday. We used to during the pandemic. We was like, man, we like really miss people, and we would come together at Regina's house and just eat crab legs and shrimp and sausage. And so we used to do that like once a month, like twice a month, because it was the pandemic. So it's like let's just be each other's house, like it was just, we needed it. And so I would make the gin and tonics. Like, if for some reason gin and tonic just became the drink that we drink with our boil. And I miss y'all. So let's hurry up. I think we planned it for the month. We're all back busy again. So
Of course.
specifically,
I'm here for a seafood bowl
Me too.
now.
Let
Oh,
me know.
no.
Okay, I'll bring limes or something. I don't know. Or some potatoes.
See, I know I got the space to spread out all the seafood.
I know, right?
Yes.
And newspaper.
I got endless paper in the house.
this is so fun. Okay, so yes, let's get into it.
So for Win It or Nom, I did a series of 7 either or questions. So I think for at least moving forward, we are going to have a series of either or questions that we're going to ask our guests. So you'll be our first guest. So you've asked a series of questions.
Okay.
So we're going to start.
Ready?
Okay.
Yes, I'm ready.
Lean forward towards the mic, sweet.
Oh, okay, let's
Yes, get ready. Okay.
All
So
right.
first question. Ambition or comfort?
Are we just in general?
Mm-hmm.
Either or.
It's very gut reaction.
I know. I'm going to say ambition.
Ambition? Okay, why? You look like that.
I'm going to say ambition because comfort is great, but you can get too comfortable and you won't grow anywhere.
Yeah.
But ambition, you can always provide the comfort you need in the ambition.
Ooh, I love that.
Damn,
Ooh, I love that.
that was great.
There's a thin line between comfort and complacency. So
Yes.
for sure. That was a great answer. Okay. So Facebook or Twitter?
Twitter.
Yes.
Twitter is where it all starts.
So when I was doing Twitter hardcore is right when I was getting to Howard, because it was the only way for me to like connect with like people that I'd never met before. So before I was in Georgia, I was like, let me get on Twitter, and we just like, it would be like HU
Twitter's huge for
class of 2015. So we kept connected with them, would connect to other stuff. But since then, I like lost.
You
I
want to
didn't
be on King Twitter.
Well, yeah, now I'm only on King Twitter. Like, that's the only, like, thing that I got 1,400 followers, bitch. Like, my King page is great. My personal, like, my business one that y'all see, nah, I'm not doing shit on there. I get on there and be like, oh, let me try to retweet
I just
that.
have a personal, and that's it. I don't have no business because I be talking wild on there. That's my ratchet. That's I'm a part of the black
It's just
delegation.
so much to follow a Twitter thread now. Like, now I'm like, I don't want to read all this.
I can't let myself go too
No,
far
actually,
down.
I think they're kind of condensing it a little bit with the algorithm. I think they're playing with it like how Instagram is, but it's definitely really not as overwhelming as you think it is, in my opinion. I think one of the most
It depends on the thread for sure.
I used to be
Exactly.
so into Twitter.
I think it's hilarious. and also you gotta be following the right people because I follow like a lot of people that are like funny as shit. Like
I think the biggest thing is that I lost that page that I had followed so many people on.
They made
that
another
like
one.
and it's like I don't even want to try to like find.
It is a lot. I've had the
Go
same
back
one since
through
like
this.
2009.
But that's what I'm saying.
Same
I lost
here.
my old one.
I had mine since college. So
Right.
ooh.
Yeah, a lot of my
If I ever
followers
become-
and stuff.
If I ever become famous, I'm just praying that the
They
money
lost
stays.
access.
Child,
My
yes.
tweets.
I was gonna say, and for me,
I'm apologize right now.
My Twitter is strictly for me to talk shit about all my reality shows.
Oh my God, yes.
It's my favorite place to like indulge in all the memes and all the hashtags and talk about my shows that I'm watching at the time.
Yeah.
That is where I circumvent all of that content.
Exactly. Yes.
So everything that I'm watching, everything is on Twitter.
I did a project and they were like, "Are there like videos of you out there?" I was like, I mean, technically,
of course. But what kind of videos?
I'm not getting paid for them, but they're out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Gotta be more clear.
Anything I do in the future, sorry, it's just there.
It's there. Shout out to Twitter.
Okay.
Winning the lottery or landing your dream job?
The lottery.
Right?
Because
you can always do your dream job if you win the lottery.
I could create my own dream job if I got the lottery.
That's real.
Because the dream is really to work for yourself.
Exactly.
But that's not the dream for everybody. Let me not say that.
It's not the dream for
not everybody wants to be an
entrepreneur. It's funny
entrepreneur.
that you say that is because like I was this debate about like, you know, even giving her the bag or the LLC, and I was like, girl, you better give her that bag.
Exactly. She get her own LLC, you cheap bitch. What the fuck do you mean?
Right, that's only like $100.
That's only one expense.
What's the bag?
Give me the bag.
I would have to ask for a question.
Okay, a little fucking $300 for LLC is not the bag.
But
give me the bag.
But what is the bag though?
Yeah, bag got to be at least a couple grand. Like that's what I'm saying. It's a couple $100 for LLC. It's not costly to
fucking fees. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You pay for a little article organization.
I was just breaking it down. You're not one part, but yeah, you do. No, and the bag is probably like $680.
I guess when I hear LLC, I'm like, yes, the license,
minimum.
but I'm thinking like you doing everything else too, right? Like I need all these other things.
No, they just putting the shit down. That's another thing. That's why I need to be asked because niggas is like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what's the bag?
I gotta ask questions.
A stack minimum. If you talk bag.
And then you're talking about LLC. Are you going to take me to some of these places? Are you going to help fund my products that I'm selling?
Trying to give me a brick and mortar? Or are you trying to pay for my online? Are you trying to like
the bag is like my down payment on my brick and mortar. That's the bag.
That's
a bag.
And are you really getting the bag that I even want?
Period. So then at the end of the day, maybe I just want my...
Because if you think you're about to just give me a Teflon bag and I'm going to shut up, you got another motherfucking thing coming. You got another motherfucking thing
I can get my own tail fall sweet. Okay.
Hell no. Like this bitch will shut up. And I'm just going.
Look,
this is why I'm singing right now because
I agree with that one. So you picking lottery or dream job?
I pick lottery for sure.
Yeah, I agree on that one. Okay. See the future or change the past?
See the future.
Yes.
Me too.
Yes.
Fuck that. It already happened.
The past is done. It's done.
I ain't changing it.
I'm not about to go back.
I mean, there's moments that maybe I want to change, but at the end of the day, I'm so in the mindset of like, it happened. It did what it did. I got past it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
Did I die?
No.
Right.
We're here.
Did you die?
So I would rather see the future. Thank you.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing practically fine. So actually, I actually like to see where I can go.
Exactly.
Is this all worth it?
Exactly.
I'm gonna go ahead and say neither, actually, because I
don't
want to see the future
either.
Why not?
Because then I'm be trying to be like,
then you're obsessing over what you know.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know we had the option to say neither.
Well, technically you don't.
You don't. You don't. Wow. As the host,
you know. I was like, oh, I didn't even know we had.
I would just go ahead and make that third option for myself. I want them bitches on the Scantron making their own.
Your own algorithm. It's the separate rules for me. I love it. Okay, so this is in a similar vein as the previous one. Money or power / influence?
Power.
Money for me.
It's influence for
Power
me.
and influence.
Because I can get to the money with the influence.
I was watching Fast and the Furious.
Some of the richest people are people who just don't spend their own money. Because I had to think about it like watching Inventing Anna. Yeah. This bitch was broke as a fucking joke. Banks were just giving her $200,000 credit lines. She never paid them back once. She went to jail and never came back paying
money
a dime.
holder. Like, I'm okay with that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I'm okay with that. Like, and I feel like when you have power, you have to continuously show it and keep people aligned. And I don't want to do all that.
But it's, I think there's levels to the
There's
power.
levels to it.
Yeah.
Like I think about it, like when I think about Olivia Pope's dad, like
He had influence without really even having
When
to
I think
try
about
so
power, I
hard.
think about Carmine because I'm still on my Batman shit.
Oh,
so
okay.
that nigga always had to. He was still quiet.
Always
but he
having to
wasn't,
like
but he-
maneuver
do
pieces
shit
and play
all
chess
the
and do
time.
all the things. Yeah, I don't necessarily
I
like
was
that.
watching Fast and the Furious.
It's the playing
I
chess
was
for
watching
me.
Fast
Which one?
and the Furious 6 and
Okay.
7.
Oh, I love Fast and Furious.
Oh no, Fast and
I
Furious
love it so
7,
much.
6, and 8. And it was something about Vin Diesel's character. Everywhere he went, he was straight.
Dom.
Like,
Yes.
Dom. He
Period.
could go anywhere in the
Period.
fucking world. And
And
they
he
be
was
like,
good. He
like
was
when he
good.
got kidnapped and taken out, and they was like, and Cardi B came out like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? One for you, cause da 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 da. And I got his gun match the shit. So if you looking for that nigga, here you go. Like,
Right.
and he didn't need to lift a fucking finger.
Nothing.
All you have to do is drop his name, and
That's
he
true.
was fucking good.
Yeah,
And
that's for
how-
me where I think about
And
it.
that's
like,
the level that I'm trying to get to.
I want
like,
my
when
name
you
to have
drop a
weight.
Peacock,
That's real.
and they like, oh, you was with Peacock.
there I know was good.
Yeah.
That's
real.
how I thought about it too. That's how I
Yeah.
thought about it too.
Cause
I just thought about it as responsibility.
and they had money. Like they had money.
Right.
Power comes with money.
Right. I
Yeah.
think they come
Or at least
with each
access
other
to it.
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the
Depending on
very
how you,
least.
depending on how you exercise it, right? Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. But child, I'm okay. Go ahead, give me my meal. I'll sit over here and I'll do everything in the background. Go ahead, give me my
But there's
trillions.
also
Give me my
a
trillions.
silent influence too.
Yeah.
Like there are people who are very behind the scenes, just moving the pieces on the chessboard, and
Yeah.
I'm very much like, I'll take that.
Mm.
I will
Same.
take that.
Yeah.
I don't need you to know
Yeah.
that I'm influencing.
Go ahead and
things.
put me in the
If you know,
1%.
you know, and if you don't, that's fine.
You can put me in the 1% because that's power by itself. Go ahead and give me the
Exactly.
1% money, and I'll do whatever else I need to do. Thank you.
You ain't lying.
Like, man.
You ain't lying.
Y'all go ahead and take the brag. I'm going to take the bag.
Okay.
That's
Passion or stability.
Why can't that be together?
They can't.
Yes, it can. I don't believe in this.
Now this
Now, stable, but
you're
not passionate.
generalizing it, so it could be. This could be regarding to like relationships. This could be regarding to career.
Right.
This could
I can be
kind
passionate. Like I'm like shoot, I can say that now. Like I'm passionate right now, but I ain't stable. You know what I mean?
No, I
you know
know.
what I'm saying? Like
But like that's why I'm trying to
of.
get.
I mean, I
both.
feel like utopia is to have both. But
yeah,
if you have to pick between the two, which is going to drive you more?
passion.
passion.
Period.
Yes,
I can't do nothing without it.
Oh yeah, because if I'm like fuck this.
If
I'm
I'm
just
if I
not
don't
gonna-
feel any kind of passion, I'm ready to quit, sleep,
Oh my god, I've experienced
leave,
Mm-hmm.
that.
disappear
I'll tap out. Oh god.
to something that feels like passion. So
Yeah.
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 guess bitch just gonna be
I can't the motherfucker like.
I got the passion. I got the passion.
Passion will be my guide.
I can sniff it over there.
It's the jerking back and
Man,
forth.
okay.
Like you're on a fucking roller coaster.
That's what it is. That's what passion is. Passion is a roller coaster.
A roller coaster with half a seatbelt.
Okay. You hold it.
You want a motherfucking Superman.
You like that?
Like that's what it is. Guess it's just what it is.
Okay, question number 7.
Okay.
Love or respect?
Respect.
Respect.
Agreed.
You can love me all day, but don't respect me.
Oh, I can't have it.
I've experienced this.
Yes.
We experienced it recently. I experienced it like there. Like, no, you gonna respect me.
Yeah.
You don't
Respect.
respect me.
Respect
We
is
gonna have
huge
problems.
for me. Oh
You
my
don't
god.
respect me. Oh my
Respect
god.
is so big for me.
It's so big, and I didn't think it would be, you know, till like certain things that had transpired in my life, and I was like, you know, these motherfuckers don't respect me. I was talking to God one day, and I was just like, you know what, I be really just minding my business. Why these motherfuckers be playing with me? And
Because people think that when you mind your business that you're able to be walked over or you can say
Yeah.
anything to me, or just because I'm minding my business don't mean you can step over here and act like it can be all cool, because bitch, I'm gonna tell you real quick, it's not. Oh,
not at all.
it's not. Oh, and then they be shook like,
Yeah.
Kapri, yeah, bitch, because I was minding my business.
Right.
Oh, you're chilling.
And you step over here,
Can't fucking with me.
Look,
bitch.
thou
Yeah, thou
Try
shalt
me.
not Try me.
I was
I
like,
did not come for you.
Listen.
If I ain't sin.
Yeah.
Because I don't sin because I don't have time to sin. I have too much going on for myself.
I don't either.
To have to sin for you. So when it comes to my way, I'm confused. Bitch,
I'm not confused.
I'm very
just
picky
like,
with my telegrams, so please.
You want to do this here? Let's do it here. You're right. We don't be having time as people who are businesses and like own businesses and brands. We don't have time.
Why would I? For like, there's nowhere in my calendar. It's like, let's take 5 hours out for bullshit. No, I don't have time. Bitch, no.
So when somebody decides they want to make time for me, let's clear my schedule.
Yes, that's how I'm clear schedule for because it's not
Clearly,
very
you've been
often.
thinking about this for a long time. So let's do this.
Because I was gonna say it's not very often that I have been tried on a like somebody disrespected me type level. Because my energy is always very much given. Don't try me in the first place. Because I'm really not. I don't have the most welcoming, like, just come and approach me type of energy to begin with. I'm very, like, I keep it mysterious on purpose. Because I want you to maybe question, do I have a screw loose or two? Yeah. And just in case I do,
I need to
you
work
proceed
on that.
with caution.
I need to work on that because I'm all bubbly and nice.
But then there's some people who just, they throw caution to the wind. They gonna step out there.
And I'm the one that's
and that's when you realize you got the one. Not the two. Nor the three.
Somebody said, you showed your feathers today. Show my peacock.
Yes!
It came out. Yes.
Sounds like it's so perfect with the timing.
For real though. Listen.
Okay, because you want to,
you got the one.
Yes, okay.
You got the one for sure.
Okay.
Oh God, I love that. Okay, that was the last one for it or not. I did 7. A 7 is a good number.
No,
It's a spiritual number.
Yes, completion.
Exactly.
That's
So I did
good.
7, but that was good. I love that
for sure.
So that was our Would It or Not, y'all.
Yeah,
I love that so much. All
so
right,
let's do our fourth sip.
Okay.
Do you still have Tomcat pulled up, Bree?
So I know a little bit,
the
just
ones
kind of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So this is their standard gin, which is of course
Their
fermented
flagship,
from honey. And then what they do with that gin is that they put that gin into new oak American barrels,
Which you don't hear about a lot with gins.
You don't. They're usually used. So I think that's why it's also like very higher on the shelf of pricing too.
Yeah. And a lot darker in color.
A lot darker in color. But they also add just a little bit more of that honey that they ferment with at the end of this process too. I do not know what kind of botanicals they use outside of the honey. Of course, they have to put juniper in it to call it gin, but the honey itself is floral as fuck.
Oh my God, but I love it.
It was so good.
Like
this is my favorite, and only aged gin I use in old fashioned riff.
Oh my God, it's
amazing.
So good as an old fashioned.
And the Negronis are fucking unmatched.
Literally,
Tomcat Negronis are unmatched.
Yeah.
Oh my
but you
God.
get that
I smell
honey.
a little bit of like fennel.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh yes, definitely fennel.
But I love it. Oh my God, I just love it.
The honey is very much there.
Yes.
Wildflowers are there.
And I can smell a hint of caramel. Like,
Yeah, definitely pulling from that wood extract.
Yeah, like you ever had I'm like super excited for this because it's like reminded me of like a Twix. You know how you bite into it?
Ooh, like a Twix bar.
Yeah, you taste the caramel.
It's like everything but the chocolate.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just giving. It smells so good. Did we say caramel already? Because
yeah, she did.
I was so excited.
With a little that cookie bar that comes.
Yeah, that's what's good. It's literally everything but the chocolate in a Twix bar.
It's so.
That's such a good way to relay that.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, yes.
All right, let's.
I be in the house eating snacks. And it's so smooth. I love it. And
super smooth. You get a lot of menthol in the front.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You get a lot of that honey. You get raw honey.
Yeah.
Like I could literally take. I could do a spoonful of raw honey, lick it, and taste like this.
Yeah.
That go in the tea.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh yes, and I got Tomcat out. We also sell this on Steelbox now, y'all.
Some heat here too.
Oh yeah.
So excited we sell Barr Hill now because now I just get access to it. Thank God. Because I do not go into the liquor store and buy it, though I should. I'm so spoiled now with just knowing all the brand people and like having wholesale access.
Or
black
tea.
Also, have you all had
green tea?
Is it
marjoram?
Green tea. Yes.
I've never
had it.
that. You got that in the kitchen?
I don't.
It's definitely giving green tea leaf because that's where that menthol's coming from.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've been drinking a lot of that lately. So.
It's giving green tea, honey. I'm even getting lemon oil, maybe lemon and orange oil.
Yeah.
Because it's super concentrated.
Yeah.
But it's not artificial.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we get that caramel. We get a little bit of bite or spice, like you were saying, with that heat. I'll tell you what, Barr
Like
Hill.
clove for me.
Y'all make a mean sip.
Okay.
I'll tell you that much.
I love this.
There's definitely love going into.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Shout out to Tomcat. And whoever their
Barr
master
Hills
distiller
are
is.
doing great. They do good shit. I'm telling you. Okay,
And
Tyler.
they're based in Vermont, y'all. I forgot to tell you that part. 'Cause we've been saying where everyone is based.
Oh, sorry.
Barr Hill's based in Vermont.
Yes. I did not say that.
Yum.
Do you watch bel-air?
I don't have Peacock. I'm sorry. I'm a
It's
Peacock.
okay.
doesn't have Peacock.
I know.
I understand. I like those.
I'm paying for so many subscriptions.
know, right?
No, I understand.
That's why they gotta be like, we gotta have like a group where everyone puts their like,
No,
what you got?
seriously.
Okay,
I
what you got?
I had to call, because I had gave my mom my HBO Max. She was like, who is so just? I had your friend on my HBO. I was like, yo, do you still use this? Because I'm about to delete your
Oh
man.
shit, true.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just was just like, wait a minute. Like, I had
True.
like so many, and then people are on my subscriptions that I don't even know are on there. I didn't
Oh,
even know.
no.
She just was just like,
Oh,
what
I'm
is
quick
this?
to remove a motherfucker from my device. That's what I love about having access to your settings.
Well, if I
and
give
to
you
see-
my, like, most of the time, if I give somebody that, you know, if I give it to somebody I'm cool with, I'm not.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't like people share it. Don't share
Right.
my shit, and not everybody gonna ask you
no,
first.
no,
Okay, so not everybody asks first.
Yeah.
That's true.
No,
That's
I
true.
just was just like, let me monitor this shit. I pay for that, Netflix. I don't, me and my friend, she pays for it. My best friend, she uses Hulu. I use her Hulu, so she can use my Disney Plus. My Disney Plus is a part of my, what you call it, my plan.
I love my
It's
Disney Plus.
mine is part of my Verizon plan.
Yeah, that's what I have.
I'm definitely a sharer though. I'm like, oh, if I got access to it, you got access to it.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I can't
not
afford
anymore,
it.
though.
I need to figure out who I probably, you know what I'm saying? I probably should. But
There
they
were
cheap
so
ass.
many people on my Netflix. I was like,
I'm the stingiest with Netflix because they got that
So
screen limit.
they got a
And I
screen
only
limit.
pay for 2 screens. So I'm like, I got 2 motherfuckers in my household to pay for this shit. A
Right.
screen apiece. I'm gonna share my Netflix. Because the second the motherfucker knock me out, everybody's cut off from Netflix. And I have to delete the whole
Wait,
shit.
I'm paused. I've never experienced that. You have to.
I've had that happen to me.
So
because
there's like if you're paying like the highest price, you can pretty much
you
have
have
a
multiple
screen on anywhere.
screens. Yeah.
But like the lowest price, like you can still get
Yeah,
Netflix
2
for
screens.
like
Right now it's 14 is the minimum.
really
14.
I thought it was still like 7, 8.
Nope.
No.
For one screen.
Nope. They don't even offer that. There's no
Yeah.
single screen.
Oh wow.
The base is
It's
2
like
screens.
15, $16.
And it's $14. I paid
Damn.
$13.99. I think it's about to go up this month.
Yeah, it's
But-
supposed to begin.
Because
That's
they
why I was
did
like,
send
what
out a
the
notice,
fuck?
but
I dropped
and that's
Netflix.
for 2
I no longer have
screens.
it.
You got 2 screens running simultaneously, and you try to log in on something like that. They telling you gotta wait till somebody else is logged up their screen. Oh, that's the worst thing
This
to do
shit
to
gonna
me.
be worse than cable. This shit gonna be
Knock me out some shit I paid for.
I mean,
it's
I
alright.
just don't feel like it's just so many streaming services. Like I feel like in the next like
That's gonna be
motherfucking
Basically.
2 years is gonna be a new one. Like next 6 months.
Oh,
we're gonna
for
have a
sure.
new- Like I, it's
My
like
mom
God,
pays
shit,
for
what
some,
is it?
I pay for some, and we share.
It's
Child,
not,
what I need
it's
to do
Peacock
is
and then it's another
figure
one.
out
I pay
who,
for Epics and another.
I only pay for Epic during the time where I'm watching a specific show.
Well,
When
yeah.
I was watching Godfather of Harlem, I paid for it.
Oh
then
my
I,
god,
then I
it was
turned
so
it off.
good. That's why I ended up paying for it.
Then I turned it off after that.
Well, then I got caught up in this other show called From. So
Oh,
now
okay.
I'm watching that, and
That's how they get you, though.
Yeah, that's how
how they
HBO
get
got
you.
me.
HBO, I want to go ahead and pay for it after y'all
Child,
joined.
I know. I'm thinking about
Because
going
I
to
was
pay
on
for it.
Capri's and Erica's at first,
Yeah.
but then I was about to play something. It prompted me to update the payment stuff. I was like, wait.
I know. It's
What you
gone. I miss
mean?
my HBO so much.
But
I love
Euphoria
it.
was awesome. I was like, fuck that. I'm going to go ahead and pay for
Yeah.
it. Between Euphoria, Sex and the City, and like, there's just a few different go-tos
Sex and the
on
City
HBO.
this year was trash.
What are they doing for?
And just like
how
that.
much is HBO?
It is 15.
Yeah, it's 14.
See, I'm not trying to do.
It's a
all
lot.
this
It's a lot. When they
15.
said 15, I was like, shit, I thought it was $9.99.
It was at first they went up.
Yeah.
It was always because when I
Because they
bought
creating
it.
more shit now.
Yeah, because when I bought, when I
I'm
first
just
got
doing
bought
what
it,
I got.
They got the DC
Yeah.
Comics stuff. They got the Warner
which is
Brothers
trash.
stuff. I'm watching anything Issa Rae. They got Sweet Life that's coming back out, so I was like, let me go ahead and keep paying for it.
Did you also watch the first season?
Absolutely.
How'd you like it?
Bitch, I loved it.
I
was
too.
Obsessed.
Oh my
I am
God.
obsessed
with the teenagers. Well, they not teenagers. They like
23, 25. So they might as well be teenagers, but yes. But I was like, oh yes, positive black reality TV.
Yes, I loved it.
With like healthy conflict resolution. Give it to me, please.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So I'm absolutely down for it, and I'm paying for it because I support Issa Rae. I support
too.
everything she puts out. I'm gonna continue to support black creators who are on HBO or whatever. I think it's great. So I was like, fuck it, I'll pay my $15. But I had to really think about it.
Yeah,
I was
started watching Game of Thrones when I binge watched it.
Love Game of Thrones, and I love Westworld?
Yes,
Westworld.
Westworld.
Yes.
So good.
Love it. I'm about to rewatch that.
Oh my God,
I was like,
so good.
season 4 I think is coming still. So.
I can't wait.
So
and
I'm
which one?
rewatching that shit.
The prequel for Game of Thrones is coming out soon.
Ooh. Do y'all know one of the prequels for Harry Potter's coming out? The
Yes.
Dumbledore joint?
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, I cannot fucking wait.
Yeah, have you watched any of the Fantastic
10-year-old
Beasts?
I'm mad about that. I was just about to bring
It's
out
the third Fantastic Beasts.
It
So there's-
is?
Yeah, so there's...
Yeah.
Are these on HBO?
Yeah.
Yes, they should be.
Oh, I'm about to
They
watch
should
them.
be.
Okay, great. I'm watching this
I'm
one.
kind of mad. I'm
Ooh,
mad at
I got
them.
so excited.
I'm mad at them because they let fucking Johnny Depp go.
And he won't come. He already let go, but he won't come back in after it.
He's not gonna come back.
Nope. Because he was like, shoot, since y'all fired me on some bullshit and you didn't even
Why
hire
did he
me.
get fired? See,
Because-
I missed all of it
Because
because
his
I wasn't
girlfriend
watching.
at the time, she promoted that he had like beat her really bad, all this other stuff. And then it came out that she was, when they went in court and it came
She was
out.
lying.
She was
Oh.
so he had lost a lot.
So he got
of
fired
deals.
before getting his due diligence.
And that's
Or due
something
process,
that's like,
I mean.
yeah, and that's what I'm always like, you know.
I need him. He made that.
Which
He
is
was-
messed up to
he
be
was
like
such
that.
It's not messed up though. It's not messed up because there has to be a base, and there has to be like I understand the human inclination to, because for so long women have gone unbelieved and have gone fucking ridiculed and villainized and all those things when they've spoken out about their truth about something, because this dude over here has been so beloved by people. There's this rejection to believe anything different from what you've been conditioned to believe. And so that turns to a very much a traumatic type of thing for women who actually have gone through something.
Exactly.
Yes.
But then there's also that element that exists of people who are going to capitalize
Off of line.
off of an opportunity to stick it to whoever they have an issue with. And there is very much that.
Yes.
And that there's centuries of that being in existence
my
too.
God.
Ask every fucking black man in existence
That
who a
old lady still
fucking white woman
hiding
is
out.
lied on.
Period.
Let's ask Emmett fucking Till.
Period.
And
They
so
still won't.
it's-
I know the CIA know where she at. I know they know.
Oh,
But she died.
She died.
Oh, she did.
She died.
She
She
died.
confessed on her deathbed.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they wasn't released
Like a
until she
fucking
died.
coward.
No, she said
When did
her
she
deathbed.
die?
R.I.P. you cowardice bitch.
She
This
died.
might have been like right before 2020, I think, or like
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
2020.
It wasn't
because
that long
people
ago.
were like, "This is." I remember seeing it. I was like, "This
The
is some
fucking
bullshit.
outrage, of course.
This is just some bullshit."
Shit we already knew. Like, we knew
We
your ass was
already
lying,
knew, but
The ghetto.
the ghetto that we live in.
They got it's
But,
this,
yeah,
it's a
Johnny
horrible
Depp made that
balance
movie,
between like just
Yeah.
who to believe and not to believe. So it's like you kind of
It's
have to
so-
go with innocent
I think
until
it's called
proven guilty.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Okay.
I think it's the first one, and then it's like Fantastic Beasts.
Oh, I'm definitely
I
going
need to
into
go-
this deep
yeah,
dive then,
I was
'cause
just so
I am
upset.
a world
I
of
loved
wizardry
I
fan.
loved him in it. He played that character.
He won't come back to
so
that. He
well.
won't
He
come back
plays
to Pirates of the
fantastical
Caribbean.
roles great.
He don't need to play no more. They don't need to make any more.
There
movies.
doesn't need to be any more Pirates of the Caribbean.
I'm over it.
I liked him.
I have all of the DVDs, but there doesn't need to be any more.
I think it's also hilarious that we say Pirates of the Caribbean and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, Caribbean.
True.
That was the white version.
But you know what? Outside of saying Pirates of the Caribbean, I don't say Caribbean.
I know, that's why I say it. I think it's
That's
hilarious. that
fucking
we all-
hilarious.
Every time I think about that movie, I'm like, why
Pirates
do
of the
you say-
Caribbean.
It's
It
Pirates of
doesn't
the
sound
Caribbean.
good.
That's the European version.
It doesn't flow the same.
Every time I say Pirates of the Caribbean, then I look at the words, I'm like, that is just Caribbean, bitch. Why do you keep saying Caribbean? Stop it!
Caribbean,
The
not
motherfuckers with
Caribbean.
the Pirates of the Caribbean, and every time I think about that, I be like, ooh, I don't know what they doing. Like, I'm like,
Fucking Caribbean.
These motherfuckers was in
The whole
Caribbean,
Caribbean.
bitch.
Yes. The entire very Caribbean.
And then when I started to click, I was like, I don't know why I was so fantasy. I was like, oh bitch, they just on fucking islands and tropical shit.
They bouncing from the Bahamas to fucking Jamaica to fucking St. Mark's to fucking Turks and Caicos.
Yo,
fucking slave triangle in the middle of the bitch.
Seriously. And then he admitted one time, I think in one of the series, he admitted he was like, the reason why I wasn't fucking with y'all, because I wasn't trying to enslave people. Y'all were trying to capture people. I was trying to capture gold.
I had to rewatch that movie because those are I love Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. Now I'm about to fucking fix it. Pirates of the Caribbean. Now I have to force myself.
I feel like they even say Pirates of the Caribbean.
They absolutely do. They absolutely do. We were not conditioned by accident. No. That's exactly what they say.
That's so fucked up.
That's funny as fuck. And I never pieced it together.
I wonder why they did that instead of saying Caribbean.
I think I was typing it out and I was just like, bitch.
This is just Caribbean. This is just us. This is different pronunciation.
It's not even spelled differently or nothing.
Nope.
Caribbean. No. Oh my god.
Exactly.
The fucking Caribbean. So we went through all that just to get back to bel-air.
I'm sorry. Well, y'all can talk about it. I'm sorry.
A conversation about Peacock went all the way to Pirates of the Caribbean.
Listen, the feathers spreading out. And then after that, you got different cultures of the feather, okay?
Myself for that one. Okay. So if you out there and you still calling, just stop. We need to change it to the Caribbean because it's the Caribbean. Okay. Pirates of the Caribbean. We see you. I love that song. The song that happens on the third one. When the little kid and they're about to get hanged and shit.
Oh god, yes. I can't even think of how it goes right now, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
For me.
Yes, no, and they be singing this slow shit, and then all of a sudden, yank. And then you see they
all together. Oh, those three movies
back then was
really
just,
are
just
so good.
Crazy.
I mean, we can talk about bel-air. Okay.
Just this most recent episode of bel-air, she needs a top off.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Top her off. Pause.
Top me off.
Latest episode of bel-air. Okay. On the positive side, first of all, great episode. When I start off on the positive side, I don't mean it to say there's anything negative about the episode.
It was such a good episode.
It was just, I'm happy Carlton's finally acting like a normal human.
Oh, thank God.
And he's finally
I wonder why they
just not being such a fucking roided psychopath. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was just given extra amplified psycho.
Wow.
But they kind of get into why
a little
this
bit, yeah.
episode, especially when Lisa, sorry.
Not Lexus.
When Lisa was dealing with all.
Lisa.
Well, when Will was like, no, I didn't grow up in that. Like, I went to schools that were all black. Like, I did that, so I didn't have to deal with, the constant
macroaggressions and
racism and shit. Like,
and then he also didn't bond. He doesn't have a connection to the black community within the school, but to his own fault.
Yeah, because when she said you don't even go to the BSU, I was like,
she was like, I've never seen you in a BSU meeting. So it was interesting watching his journey through that.
Yes.
When he realizes he's rejected by all the whites because of his relationship with Connor or Chad, whatever his name is, being on the fritz. Mm-hmm. Then he realizes he can't really lean on the black community either because he's rejected that community for so long and has allowed for things like white boys saying nigga around him and all this to absolutely. He was letting that motherfucker sing fucking Bobby Shmurda and singing his own something nigga. And he's sitting there in this fucking locker room dancing and shit looking like a fucking dumb bobblehead. Anyway, but because of all of this being the reality, he could also not lean on his black counterparts at the school because they've already built community and he's rejected said community since his since his high school career. And so there was him having to face that fact also. Yeah. He has not been an advocate for his own within his own school and all of that. So watching how the party goes down and stuff like that was definitely very interesting.
I mean, watching for me, it was Vivian and Phil, bitch. First off.
Oh, yeah. So do you realize the parallel, though? That hotel scenario in parallel to when they did their hotel visit, they had this real tropical room or whatever. They did their hotel visit. Do you remember that episode of Fresh Prince? And across the hallway Was Jeffrey in his room having this big ass blowout party? So he was like hogging up all the services and stuff on their couple tip of the hotel.
Yes,
it was a parallel to that
That's
hotel
so
stay.
cute. Okay,
I was like, oh shit,
that's
this is
so
the hotel stay. Okay,
I love that
because that's when they was trying to like revamp their relationship and stuff after she had the baby and all that and all that. So it was giving that.
Oh,
with
I
all
love
the
that.
floral and tropical vibes in the room.
Yes,
oh my god,
I definitely need to go back and watch it too.
But the conversation between them.
Oh my goodness! So first off, it was you already used our money and didn't tell me for the campaign.
Like,
yeah,
you bringing it in was a formality.
Yep, I'm on my way to go ahead and sell my art. Bye. Because I'm that type of like, we're not talking, we're not communicating, so I'm gonna just go ahead and go do my
So
thing.
let me go ahead. So now this is how we carrying it. Bet.
Boom, I'm gone. So it's that.
Me too.
Then it's Phil showing up, bitch. I was like,
I like that though. I
love that.
I love a pull up.
I was like, woo.
I ain't mad at a pull up.
It's giving. But then you also could have told me that you came to actually check on him before you saying all this shit in front of me when I'm trying to do business with the motherfucker.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You could be like, hey, baby, I am here. I'm here to support you, but also found some shit out. Okay, found some shit out. Da-da-da-da-da. You know, like it is that, but like
his ego was in the way.
And it didn't. I see why she told him to go home. I appreciate that, but I also kind of would have been like, stay and like be my supporter again.
Be my partner, be my support husband,
yeah.
Be my support spouse. Since I'm always on your arm as your fucking support spouse, let's reverse this.
Like you can still rescue yourself while he's still there. Like exactly. I would have wanted.
I think she just felt like it still would have been too much dick swinging. Or who feels like navigating that?
Nobody, honey.
Nobody feels like navigating a fucking dick swinging contest.
Whatsoever.
It's just not fun.
I appreciate that we don't really know if Will and Lisa had sex or maybe they did.
They did.
But I appreciate that we didn't see it.
I appreciate that we didn't see it.
Because you know me and fucking teenage
she does not like teenage sex.
Teenage sexy.
They are teenagers.
Especially when they frame it as if these teenagers have like adult experience.
Right. Like I'm just like they don't know
like
what's
they
going
are
on.
now. I feel like kids now.
It's the exposure, and it's them thinking that they do.
So I don't know. When I used to teach in high school, like substitute, they would be going through shit that I was like going through in my 20s. I'm like, how the fuck are you going through this?
Well, yes, that's true. But like at the same time, like exploring sex in your teenage years and exploring sex through your 20s and up are two very
different experiences.
They're different. Like it's just not the same. Like,
but it's
definitely like it's more advanced now with the technology.
Oh, it definitely is. But I don't like seeing it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, she's not a proponent.
I don't like
seeing
over-sexualized.
And so I love the way they did it in Bel-Air. You can tell that they're having a private moment, but they don't let you in on that moment.
So
you see the aftermath where they're all cute and cuddly,
which is also cute
want to
because
stare
we
at each other.
Keep sexualizing younger black women, like or black women in general, and just the younger.
It kept very cute. She had her bra on, like it wasn't, where she's butterball naked and all this. See his ass and shit.
Right.
And it's just that's too much.
That would have been too much.
They didn't do all that.
They be doing that, and they be getting me.
Yeah.
It be getting me. They do it on a lot of shows, and I was just like, okay, I just don't want to see the child's body. I don't want to.
Even though a lot of that, especially for like a lot of that in terms of the dynamics, is the reality because I've been in that realm too. Mm-hmm. But that tends to lean more towards the Anglo families.
Which is fucked up.
But they are exposed, especially when you're born into a family where you're with parents of a certain status or just of a certain like income bracket or whatever, and they're less present in the household. It's more of they're outsourcing to nannies or they're outsourcing to whatever help that they hire or whatever. They tend to grow up a lot faster. They tend to be privy to conversations that are a lot more adult, where they really shouldn't be a part of those conversations, or be the sponge or the ear in that room or whatever, and they're exposed to these things. But there's no conversation to give it context, to give it like perspective of like this is adult shit. A lot like when it comes to black households, when the kids are overhearing shit they really shouldn't hear, there's a lot of like this is grown folk shit. mind your childlike business.
Yeah.
This is grown folk shit. There's not a lot of that in white households.
That's right.
Oh no.
There's no separation of this is grown folk shit.
Yeah.
This is like you're just hearing it. There's no one telling you how to process it, and therefore you take your own interpretation of it and apply it as your teenage self.
And that's why they be fucking.
And that's why they
for the rest of
emotionally
fucking
stunted.
life.
They be cursing their parents out, just saying any old thing, like "What the fuck, mom," and all this extra shit, like just wild shit. Like I know you're fucking the plumber, mom. Like just saying wild shit, and their parents are like, "Oh my god, child." That is not how you speak to your mom. You let dad talk to you that way, mom. And it's like a lot of that shit.
It's a lot of
Whereas in a black household, it's like, go to your
place.
motherfucking room.
Right.
This is grown shit. I should.
Period.
What I am saying out my mouth is not for you to say out your mouth. Period.
Exactly.
And I've definitely grown up around a lot of that in black families,
Exactly.
as opposed to our counterparts.
Yeah.
So there is a difference in just establishing that, like, this is adult shit. Versus not even establishing the difference, and they just observing shit and taking it in like a sponge and doing what they will with it, and being left to process however their brain processes things.
Mm-hmm.
It's very different.
That's nice.
So that's where Euphoria does kind of give an accurate depiction to me.
Yeah.
Because there is that segment.
Oh, that scene with his mom. What was it? What was his
With
name?
Nate's mom?
And his mom was like powerful.
That's what I'm saying. They get away with saying anything. But it's also because the parents don't address so much shit for so long. It's like once they get out of control to a certain extent, you kind of can't say anything.
Yeah, he was like, "What happened to you?" It was around 6 or 7. I don't know what happened to you, but something happened to you.
And she never addressed it with him. You've been observing all this time, this shift, and never addressed it with your
kid.
kid.
And you condoned him putting his hands on another woman because she was disrespectful to you.
Yeah. Yeah. That was what Maddie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You condone that, but you condone, Cassie and her relationship because she reminds you of her. No. First of all, he should have been checked. First of all, if this bitch come in my face, if your girlfriend come in my face,
I'm smacking her myself. You don't even have to do anything, son. I'm gonna leave you out of that.
Period.
If she getting my personal backhand, I don't need you to do anything.
Female. That's the same.
Exactly. Just stay out of bitch's business. At that point, so she want to act like a grown woman. It's mano y mano. We here. Since you got so much to say with them edges laid, bitch.
Period.
With them sticky bangs.
I'm gonna beat her ass.
No, Maddie didn't do sticky bangs.
Let's
though.
talk about these other shows you got going on.
Okay.
Other show.
So the consensus of that was bel-air was great. We're very happy they didn't over-sexualize the teens. I kind of wish they had a chance to tell Carlton before the cops got there. But, I mean, he wasn't going to take it well either way. So, whatever. Came out how it came out.
I was very sad. I was like, ew.
The timing is really shitty. But, at least it happened. Like, Band-Aid, consider the Band-Aid ripped. Like,
it's gone. It's done.
yeah. Like, y'all walking down the stairs putting shirts on and shit. Like, God damn it.
I want to watch it.
Yeah.
Please. Oh, God, yes.
Crazy.
If I do it from Peacock,
Hillary.
because I'm on my mother's.
You did my man's wrong, Hillary.
Hillary did Jazz wrong. Period.
You
Point
did
blank.
my man's wrong.
That was fucked up.
I don't care. And what
and
we're
you
not
just going
gonna
where
do,
the wind blows. You
but
going
I
with the first
appreciate that
endorsement.
character development for me because that is a very Hillary thing to do.
Yes, for sure.
It's very Hillary.
Hillary's been opportunistic from the inception.
Yeah.
And so yes.
But at the same time,
Because Hillary was almost too good to be true in this rendition. Almost.
Yes.
She's already chocolate and she can cook.
Yes.
And she's gorgeous and she got style.
Yes.
No, bitch, where your flaws at? So here we go. We already know she's a little flighty. She doesn't really know where her career is going to take her.
Right.
But she has an idea.
Right.
Great. But now we also know she a flip-flopper.
She a flip-flopper.
And she's an opportunist.
Yeah.
And on one hand, she's got this activist side to herself that wants to be respected and blah, blah, blah. And then there's the other side. Oh, Victoria's Secret wants to meet with me? Oh, well, I guess it's okay to leave the video up. Yeah, like, okay, you can leave the video up. That's fine. I did it.
So
she made it.
because of that.
So she got into this influencer house. And what I guess now, because I was confused this whole time what the fucking influencer house is. But they get to live in this house together for free.
They got to
produce
content.
But you're in this house to produce content. And so, because she wanted to leave and be on her own because her and Vivian was having
Vivian was like, when you gonna get a job? It's been 2 years since you dropped out of school.
Right.
What's tea? You're in the pool house. You're not paying the bills. What's going on? You're on Instagram.
So she was like, I gotta get out of here. So she got to this house, and she was being pressured to make content because the head of the house
viral content
specifically something that goes viral. Man. But we find out that anything she decides to record her making some dessert in lingerie, but she never posted it. But somehow her content got pushed and mashed together and posted because in this house,
all the content goes to the cloud.
Goes to the cloud. And Kylo, who's the head of this house, can post something to make sure that you are producing content. So she was already pissed. She was mad. Oh, I'm done. I don't give a fuck about the story.
Back to the pool house.
I don't give a fuck about nobody else. I'm out. What you're not gonna do is touch my shit. Period. But she was telling that to Jazz, and Jazz was like, well, what's up? Let's go pull up.
Yeah.
So they pull up together, and Kyle's like, I apologize. I did cross it, but I have Victoria's Secret over here who really loved it. And I can introduce you. Would you like to talk? And Jazz was just like, pull a video down. That's what we're here for. And she was like, well, let me just talk to them for a second. It takes a while. She comes back to Jazz.
She leaves Jazz at the bar talking about can you grab us a drink?
She grabs the drink. The drink was there for so long, the ice melted. And she's like, I'm sorry that took so long, da-da-da. He was like, I don't know how it went down, but pretty much she was just pretty much like, so is it going down tonight? He's like, well, they want to, I get to make my content with them. They want to pay me $15,000 a post. And he's like, well, you brought me all the way out here.
Because you had an issue.
This is my man's party. Which I don't know what the age difference is here.
Between Jazz and I feel like Jazz it's given 18, 19. It's not giving super grown.
Yeah, but it's giving
in
out
the early
high
20s,
school.
but it's giving graduated high school already.
Yeah. Or didn't go. I don't know.
It's giving I got my GED maybe. It's just giving I'm done with school.
Mm-hmm. But he was like, why are we I can't even roll with you.
He was riding with her.
I was riding with you, and then you abandoned me at the bar.
That's why I don't call people until I'm serious.
I also though would have been like, okay, Jazz, come talk to me.
He would have been sitting at the table with me. I wouldn't have been sitting to no bar.
No.
That's the weird part.
It was the
this
getaway.
is my date, Jazz.
We're here together.
Period. I brought him with me.
If I'm asking you to support me, I recognize that, and we're gonna be here.
And while I'm having a conversation, I want that same support because you're gonna peep something that I maybe had a little too rose-colored glasses.
That's also very, very valid.
And so you're gonna pull me up on something when the conversation's over, and I need that.
Mm-hmm.
So this motherfucker here.
That made me so upset.
So that was the chink in
I was
his
mad
armor.
at that. Yeah, I was mad at that. I was like,
for sure.
I would have never done that. I can't see myself doing that at all. That is not my shit.
Well, so bel-air aside, I have watched 2 very vastly different shows that made me think about the same topic in different ways. Okay. So, Amazon Prime, this show called Upload, which is really good. If you haven't watched it yet, it's worth a watch.
Amazon Prime.
So definitely watch that. It's only 2 seasons so far. The second season's not even done yet. Mm-hmm. But the premise of it is, so imagine you're on your deathbed or something, right? Oh. Or essentially something happens, accident or whatever, knock on wood, and you're at that brink where they're deciding whether it's almost like they're deciding whether to keep you on machines or whether they're just going to pull the plug. But instead the decision is, do we upload this person's consciousness to this cloud, or do we just let them pass naturally? And so this consciousness, if you choose to upload, which is what the process is called, where your consciousness is uploaded to this cloud, it essentially sucks your head off. It extracts the consciousness from it. And there's a digital version of your consciousness and all of that exists on this cloud-based platform, basically, called Horizon. Wow. And so within Horizon, there's different places you can live.
And so visit you?
Yes, actually. All through VR. All through VR.
Consciousness is in the metaverse.
I was about to say, it's literally they're sucking your consciousness out and putting you in the metaverse. And they're preserving you there. Some people can preserve their actual bodies if you're of that
version of you would live forever.
Yes.
You here would not.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So there's the 1% that exists who is preserving the actual flesh, who can afford to do so because they're trying to work on this process to re-download you back into your body, which is weird. But there's that 1% that's trying to do that. There's that people who want to live forever or go to Mars or whatever. And then there are people who can afford to upload but can't necessarily afford to preserve their body. So they're just preserving this consciousness for basically forever. And there's different levels to it because just like anything else in America, capitalism is attached to your afterlife as well. So while your consciousness is preserved in the metaverse, they're selling you fucking digital gordita crunches. They're selling you fucking digital amenities like fucking protein on your salad. Like it's an extra upcharge. Like there's advertisements that are catered to you through an algorithm. There's glitches. Like all this tech support. There's all these things. There's your virtual angel who is still alive but can help you in the metaverse.
You kind of have like hours also. Like so some people can only have. There's people on the outside who are still alive that are putting money on your books, right? Mm-hmm. So
they're paying for you to exist in this upload.
Yes. So if you don't have a certain amount of money, you can only do a certain amount of things. So like,
if you can upload it all,
right?
Because there's like the Boost Mobile of it where you pay as you go, right? And then there's people who can afford to constantly be running because it's all running off of gigabytes, megabytes, all that shit,
right? And
so. There's capitalism attached to all that.
It's so crazy.
It's very crazy.
It's kind of ghetto.
And so there's there's that. And so there's that aspect of like, do you want to preserve your consciousness? Like this completely bypasses the soul. Like the soul is still its own separate entity. It's just your brain and the contents of your brain that you've accumulated throughout your life. They're uploading this to a fucking verse of some kind.
Right.
There's that existence. But then I also, right after I finished watching the most recent episode of Upload, I turned around on Netflix and Tyler Henry, I don't know if you're familiar with the medium, Tyler Henry, he's this little young white boy who has been very tapped into his abilities since like 8 or so years old. He like knew that his grandmother was about to pass like the night that it happened. And like ever since then has like just, continued to, explore his abilities to connect with the other side or whatever. So, super heightened abilities. And so, it started with this show called Hollywood Medium on E! Network, but he now has this show called Life After Death on Netflix. And so, it's a lot of the same. I mean, it's him giving people readings, stuff like that, connecting with their people who have passed on and all that, but it's just this big emphasis on reminding people that life doesn't end with the body. Like the soul carries on. There's an entire other realm where these souls exist.
I believe that.
Some stay in that realm and are with you forever in that capacity. Some transition into other actual bodies, other actual beings. And some of that happens simultaneously because there's different time is not a real thing. So people exist on multiple planes and multiple universes, so on and so forth. And so watching the two kind of back to back just kind of made me question, like, or want to ask y'all the question of, like, would you prefer to hold on to that consciousness and that, like, which really just is essentially your personality being uploaded to something digital where your family can still access you in a more tangible way? Or would you prefer to naturally carry on and your soul is just in a different realm and you're still able to be present for that family, but they can't necessarily tangibly reach you and get immediate contact with you the same way they can if you're just in some sort of computerverse somewhere?
I think
I'm not going to no computer.
I don't want to go to my computer. I'm good.
I don't know. I think I'm the opposite. Like, I think I hold many hats, and I think,
Speak up a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, girl, you whisper, girl.
I know, I'm so relaxed. I hold many hats, and I'm very pivotal in people's lives as far as, like, being empowering and, pushing them forward and stuff like that. So I think whatever, I would like to at least leave something where I could be there to, like, still help them, even though I'm not necessarily here. So if my
So you would upload if you could?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if my conscience could be there.
I'm just have to go. I'm gone.
Great.
I'm about to go. Get the fuck about it. Deuces.
Maybe somebody can reach me and connect it to my soul, but other than that, sorry, babes, I'm gone. That was the end of that.
I was passing the cemetery.
I'm trying to move on to the next life.
I was passing the cemetery on the way here, and I was like, I don't want to be in a grave. I want to be a tree.
I'm definitely not about to be in nobody's grave. I want to be planting a rose bush. I want to be split between a rose bush and a weed plant.
Or a tree. Yeah.
And I want you to nurture that weed plant.
Aww.
And I want you to be able to clip from it and smoke me.
Yeah.
But I also want you to have
It's
a
the
rose
smoke
bush
me.
that grows. Yes. I want to be in you. I want you to feel my vibes at all times.
I'm like, Rudy is here.
And I want, yes.
Is that you, girl?
But you gonna be so high, you gonna feel me tapping on your shoulder. Oh shit! Niggas smoking for Friday. We hit that bad weed.
Adam man smoking both.
Off the boat.
Angel dust.
Okay. Well, my weed not gonna be the boat. My weed not gonna be the boat. But you all gonna feel me tapping your shoulder a couple times.
That is so funny.
And then you gonna admire the rose.
I never thought about that.
And then you gonna admire the rose bush and remember me.
No man.
Why you smoking weed?
I love it. I love it. I never thought about that. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I just know I don't want to be uploaded to nothing. I'm sorry. Let me go. Let me
I
go.
don't want my
I know that
consciousness
sucks.
uploaded
Like
to
I know it's
nothing.
hard to let people go when they leave. You know, but just
I want to live on through like a book or two, like
yeah.
or through like some documentary work or something,
Yeah,
but not
that'd be
like you're putting my consciousness in the metaverse. Fuck no,
No.
because all I do is making money off my brain. I'm good.
That's true.
I don't want you algorithm in
Yeah,
my
My brains
brain.
don't go,
Be
bro.
researched on right now.
I remember that time I was watching what's that Breaking Bad, and it was like the guy, he had like his girlfriend had overdosed, and he just kept calling her voicemail, and I was like, damn, her phone's still on, and I was like, I don't know what he gonna do when that shit cut off, and then when that shit finally cut off, he lost it. He was like,
Oh no!
so maybe it is a bad idea.
Oh no! Yeah, because people are attached to that. Like they, like
As long as that phone is on, there's hope. Like,
Yes.
there's hope that you at least got it plugged up. Maybe like that. Maybe you're just asleep. Maybe you left without it. Like something.
Something.
Once that shit cut off,
It's gone.
yeah. Well, let's do this last one. But yeah, I'm not being uploaded. I'm okay. I'm just you know.
Who is this? The
Put me
what's
on your
this?
altar.
This is
or,
Tamworth.
Or the
Marion Eves.
Oh yeah, from the was it Ease
From
Blind?
Ease Blind, yes.
Ooh, okay. So our fifth
this is
sip.
pretty. It smells very pretty.
It's it does. It's perfumey almost. So this
Yeah.
is Tamworth's
I know.
Flora Barrel Reserve Gin. It's 100 proof. It is infused with wildflowers,
Definitely.
and it is rested in wheat whiskey barrels for a year.
I can
Oh, wow, okay.
That.
Yeah, you
I was
definitely
gonna
get
say
the wheat.
corn or something, but I can
Yeah,
smell
wheat.
it. And
Wow.
the caramel. I can
You
smell
definitely
a hint
get
of-
caramel.
I can smell a hint of wine. I don't know what type
Ooh.
I feel you. Something like a white wine-ish.
of. Yeah, or
Yeah, maybe giving
a
like-
cab or not a cab.
Or a Fino Sherry for me, too.
Yeah.
What aspects of Fino Sherry is it giving you?
Fino Sherry kind of has like slight floral notes to me. Like it's not as nutty as an Amontillado, but just like drier wine kind of notes that aren't like
Ooh, yes. And it's giving white flowers heavy. Like,
yeah.
yes.
Oh my god,
Love it.
It's the singing. That's what it's giving. That's
Soul
what it's
Palate
giving.
is
Listen,
gonna get
it's
you
a
to
soul,
sing.
yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
Palate.
Yes, he said it on. Yes.
I know it's coming.
Yes.
I know it's coming.
Yes.
Now that's a quick claim.
Come on now. Okay.
Let me taste it. It's smooth, and I like how sweet it is. And it has the nice juniper coriander spice coming through at the end on the finish.
Yes, ma'am.
I like
I'm gonna
it.
bring it through.
Now this has
Everything
black
Loki
pepper.
said.
It's giving cinnamon a little bit too.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, it got real floral at the
I was
finish.
gonna
Yes,
say
it did.
that floral aspect is there still to
Ooh.
a perfumey
But I
extent.
still like it.
Oof.
Like I can go with it. I was just telling my mom that
I think I might have to switch it up, y'all. I think I've been drinking too much gin. I think I'm about to move to something else.
Have you been drinking too much gin lately?
I have drinking so
I was
much
gonna say,
gin
but
lately.
gin is like your fave.
You know
so.
what? But everything else has been like
too much for
It's
me.
giving me
I don't want
heartburn.
tequila. I don't want
Whiskey gives her heartburn like shit. I'm always in the mood for tequila. I'm never not.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm
I'm
in the mood for mezcal, but I'm always in the mood for tequila.
I love tequila.
I'm in the mood for tequila cocktails. I'm not always in the mood for tequila shots.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah, because sometimes the tequila.
It's gotta be
something.
something celebratory for
It's
me
more
to take
like
a shot.
something vanilla cream.
Oh yeah,
It is a vanilla cream soda kind
on
of.
the flavor, on the palate. Yeah. I can definitely. It's just sitting. The cream. It's almost like it sits.
Pause.
Mm-hmm.
I get vanilla cream soda on the nose. I get a lot of that cinnamon and black pepper on
There's
the palate.
lime oil on the palate.
That cream.
Yes, lime
Cool
oil.
Whip. You ever had almond whip?
Cool Whip.
No,
Almond
I have not.
Whip? Almond Whip.
Whip.
I've had almond
Almond
That's
whip.
what it's doing on my palate.
Well, thank you, Mo, so much for being with us today.
This was
Almond
fun.
Thank
God.
you.
Good time.
We tasted some gin. We talked all the shit. I
Oh my
love
God.
it.
Yes, we ain't
Thank
eating
y'all.
nowhere but home, y'all. So.
Oh yeah, so we're
Yeah.
not eating nowhere.
So we skipped that segment. We eating out.
you know, we'll let you know when we eat somewhere new.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you
but-
eaten anywhere good lately? Out?
Where did I go recently? It's been a while since I've been out. I mean, we went to what was that? Lydia's. Lydia's had a really nice dinner.
Oh yeah,
It was really
I
nice.
haven't eaten there yet, so I
It was
only
really
drank.
nice. That pork belly
That was the
really
dinner.
good.
The
Yeah, the
the
pork belly
infamous,
was
the
really
infamous
good.
No,
dinner.
you all went to.
It was Lydia's.
Lydia was afterwards.
Oh, okay.
No.
The Caribbean side with the hookah.
Oh yes. What was that?
Man,
I was
I've
at a
been a
hotel.
minute.
We was at a hotel. But I thought the hotel was named Lydia. What was the hotel? The hotel name.
You went. I don't know.
Shit, I forgot. I need to think about it. But yeah, the hotel, they had a really nice pork belly. Chopped pork belly was really good, and I
Oh,
can
wow.
appreciate pork belly. You know what I mean? It's just nice and juicy with the fat.
I love being some pork
A little
belly.
tad bit of
I
honey.
absolutely understand.
I've
like
never
the
had
wine.
pork belly.
I
Back when I did
love
eat pork, I
me
never
Oh my
tried
God.
pork belly.
It's this
belly.
place in Alexandria called Tacos and Tequila Beach.
What street is that? What street is that on
It's
Alexandria?
I think it's off of not King
Is
Street.
it in Old Town?
No, it's off of Duke Street.
Oh, on the west
But it's
side.
like but it's by like it's like this courthouse. So if you go in like the court where the patent office bit is,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
over there.
Oh.
Tacos and Tequila. They're pork belly fucking tacos.
It's sold out. I cussed the motherfuckers out. I was like, how the fuck? Cause
I was mad.
You were the only one that was loving.
Oh my god, they were sold out. I was so pissed. I was
Oh my
so
God.
pissed. And the margaritas are actually on point. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
It's hit or miss. It's hit
Yes.
or miss. It's hit or miss.
The tacos sound good.
Yeah, I don't like them frozen. My mom loves them frozen, but I got my mom and them hooked because now they go. Because at first they was like, "Where's the good?" My brother loves Mexican food. My little brother loves Mexican food. I was like, "Let's go to this place. Fuck that. You want to go somewhere? I'll show you a place."
Show you a place.
You know what I'm saying? This is where I go on my little you know what I'm saying? My little
Yes.
hideaway. Now somebody blew it up on TikTok, so now it's like popular.
Dang.
But
TikTok keep blowing shit.
Fucking shit up! Oh my
TikTok.
god!
TikTok fucks
There's
up
a
life.
reason
There's some
why.
shit I just won't post because
Yeah,
I just
keep it to yourself. It's okay. You don't have to share everything. Okay, well, we gonna say
The clown said wrap it up.
like, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
Engage.
Email. Stop motherfucking playing.
Engage with us, please. We want to know more of what you want
and
to see.
sponsor.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Palate.
We hope y'all have a good day.
Yes.